Yo guys, we are live. This is day 15, so half of a month of trying to get a software engineering internship. We hit 600 subscribers today, so we're less than 400 subscribers from our goal of hitting 1,000 subscribers. So if you guys haven't already smashed that subscribe button. Yesterday we worked on some React, and today we're working on some React again because I want to finish learning the language. So this is just showing you guys a roadmap of like how it is learning a new language from start to finish as well, as well as doing Leet Code and everything. Last project I did, I already knew the language and stuff, but it was to do with machine learning. This time, what's it called? We are learning a completely new language and trying to build a project by the end of it. So that's gonna be sick. So yeah, guys, let's see what we can do. Today. So I believe yesterday we finished up until props. So today we're gonna do use states.
Hey guys.
Yeah, and we're using Pedro text tutorial. It's actually pretty good based off my experience from yesterday. And is this the one we were doing, or I think was it this one, or which one was it? I don't know if
This
it was
one,
this
well,
one. Maybe we should do React TypeScript, honestly. But he doesn't have a crash course for it. But he's doing React JS. We're using React, but with TypeScript.
hey guys,
Yeah, this is the one. So we finished up until itinerary operator. So we're doing use hooks.
hey guys.
This is the one we're doing today. The goal is to finish React by next week or before next week. So we're on the fourth video right now. There's 19. I mean 18 because this is a learn React in 8 hours course. So I don't know if we're doing that one, but it's up until 18 videos and we're already on the fourth one. So yeah, we'll try to finish up until 7 today, hopefully. Maybe 6, depending on how long it takes. But yeah, let's see. But yeah, hopefully people show up today, bro. Where are my homies? Where are the people? Oh, we got one person. Yo, whoever you are, bro, say hi in chat. I want to talk to y'all, bro. I'm trying to talk to y'all. I'm trying to hear from the people. Luo says, "Hey, yo, hey, what's up? This is the first time I've ever seen you in chat, bro. Nice to meet you, Luo. Is that how I say your name? Are you in CS? Michael M3. I think you were there yesterday. Correct me if I'm wrong. Do you remember me? Yeah, I do remember you. It's midnight where you are. Where are you at, man? How's it midnight for you guys? Are you in Europe? I feel like Europe's the only place that's probably midnight right now. But yeah, Michael, I do remember you. I think you were here yesterday or day before. Let's try to connect. So guys, we're just working on some more React, learning a completely new framework from scratch, showing you guys the journey. You're a teen? Okay, sick. So you're young. I'm a teen too, bro. Oh, Ethiopia. Okay, okay. Good to hear. Good to hear. So we worldwide right now. Everyone in chat, put where you're from right now, or where you're located at the moment. What country are you guys from and all that. It's just always great to hear, like we have a whole diverse background. Are you guys all interested in like CS and stuff like that?
So, what exactly are states? Well, the best way I find to explain a state in React is just a variable, right? Now, it's technically not.
Also, if you guys aren't subscribed already, bro, can you guys smash that subscribe button? We're on the road to 1K. We're so close. We just have like less than 400 subscribers left. So if you guys could, that would be greatly appreciated and really help out the channel. Yeah.
Not just a variable, but think of it as just a variable that holds data. And it can be either a string, it can be, I'm going to create just an example here. For example, the variable name, right?
Wait, let's delete the stuff from yesterday. This is all the stuff we made from yesterday. We'll delete that. But yeah, right now this isn't an actual project I'm building, guys. This is just like looking at how to do things, you know? Like this is just a template that you can make with React. Pedro is a nice teacher. He teaches me a lot. Sick. Do you know React, Lul? Did you finish the project you were making in day 10? Yes, but I'm not gonna continue that project on stream because we finished the main parts of it on stream. The like more like how do I say this? The back end logic of it. So I just have to work on the front end UI, and I'm basically done with that project. So that's why I haven't. Sorry, not front. The homepage UI, and I can just do that off stream. I think it's redundant if I just stream that, right? Because I feel like a lot of people know how to do that. But in terms of like learning a completely new language, I know a lot of people in chat are always interested. Like, how do I learn a new framework, this and that, right? So this is just me showing me completely learning a new language in front of you guys.
Right? Or actually, I'll create a variable called age. And we can obviously set it to be
With my videos, bro, we always do playback speed 1.5, bro. We ain't spending the whole
a
time.
number. We can set any variable to be any kind of type, right? We can set it to be a string, a boolean, whatever we want. But an age is a number. So we have this age variable over here, right? If I were to display this, I could easily display it in my screen, like I showed you guys in the past, by just putting some JSX over here, and it will show 0 whenever I go to the page, right? This is the browser, you can see it's just displaying the amount that we have over here.
Oh wait, I have to do npm. Someone in chat told me, Raza Hassan, yo, how's the grind been? How's React been for you? It's been sick, man. First time I did it was yesterday, and like it's like a lot easier than just doing simple HTML, CSS, JavaScript. Like it's so amazing to use the components and stuff. It just makes everything a lot faster rather than like, you know, a lot more complex, and like it takes less time. But it's still obviously web dev is always tedious in its own right. I'm glad to have you back, Reza. CD packages, sorry. CD packages and then CD client. And then npm run dev. Sorry, npm run dev. And then we get our local host. And this is kind of just shows the progress. Like, so we don't even have to do inspect element with React, which is what I found the best part of it. Right now I have no code in here, that's why it's showing like this. But like if I add like anything here, like it automatically just comes here, which is really sick. But,
Here, let's try doing something really cool over here. Let's try creating a button, right? A button that when you click on it, it will increase the age. So to create a button, you can just create a button type like normal HTML, put a text inside of it, and close it like this. Now, what will happen is you'll see that in our browser, now we have this little button that obviously...
all right, so let's try writing that code. So const age. Bro, I'm gonna turn Copilot off, bro. Copilot be just giving the answers at this point, bro. Let's just turn Copilot off real quick. Sorry, I just go disable completions. Const age. Also, Copilot's a really good tool for just coding in general. But yeah, guys, come on! I need more chat. We need more in chat. Where is everyone at right now? Michael M3, I will leave now, but I'll be back in an hour. I will watch you if you're still streaming. Sick. No worries, man. Glad to have you here once again. Hope to see you again in the future. Yeah, it's always great. Missed React day one. No worries, bro. It's all good. As long as you're here now, it's sick, bro. Let's see what we can do. Return, and then we do our brackets. Sorry, no, these brackets, and then let's do our little div. Class name equals app. Bro, what the heck happened here? What the heck? Dude, is my like computer bugging or something? Like, why is it doing it like that? Even this in the brackets. Like that. Okay, good. Bro, what the heck? Now, I've been revising my React Basic recently, and boy, oh boy, am I rusty. Yeah, dude, it's just like any language you don't practice. Like, I mean, to be honest though, I feel like after like a couple days, like you'll definitely get a hang to it again. But it's just like in the beginning, right? It's always just a bit like, oh, you just forget stuff. So I think that after some time, like you'll definitely just get that memory back of like how to use the language and stuff like that. Increase age. And then, yeah, this is our button. Oh, am I getting an error? Cannot find name button. Oh, sorry, I think I have to. And then we'll put that here like that. Space, maybe? Or no, sorry. Space. Right now it doesn't increase it, but I think we have to do like. Oh, we'll see.
And
what he says.
close it like this.
Oh, use
now,
state.
what will
Use the use state. Okay.
happen is you'll see that in our browser, now we have this little button that obviously nothing happens when you click on it because we haven't implemented anything for it. Now in React, very similar to how you do in normal JavaScript, you can pass what is known as an onClick function to this button. Now, properties in inputs such as a button, in normal JavaScript you usually put it with like lowercase, but in React you put it like this, with on being lowercase and the C being capitalized. So this is really important because we're going to be, for the first time, dealing with events in React. So what is an event? Just something that happens as a response of something else. So in this case, we're going to do something after we click on this button, right? So what do we want to do? Well, we can pass a function inside of this onClick that will be called whenever we click on the button. So we can just create this function over here. I'm going to call it increase age. And it will be just a normal arrow function, which we can now just pass it inside of here, just like this. Now, what do we want to do with this increase age? Well, we basically want to, whenever we click on this value, we want to increase the value of age by 1 each time, right? So intuitively, if you know JavaScript and programming, you would just do something like this, right? Age equals to age plus 1. If it's 0, then we'll set it to be equal to 0 plus 1, which is 1, so age will become 1. If it's 1, then it will be 1 plus 1, which is 2, right? So it's increasing by 1 each time. Now, we want to also console log over here the value of age after we increase each time, just so we have an idea to see if it's working or not. So let's check out to see if this will work, right? It should work because we're increasing the value and we're displaying the value over here.
It's not gonna work. That's gonna be the catch. Guys, we got 4 viewers in right now. Where is everyone? Why are you guys not chatting, yeah? Why y'all not chatting, bruv?
0 plus 1, which is 1, so age will become 1. If it's 1, then it will be 1 plus 1, which is 2, right? So it's increasing by 1 each time. Now, we want to also...
He just calls it here. Increase age.
So console log over here.
Oh, I'm getting an error. And I'm assigned to age because it is a constant. Maybe this is like the difference because it's TypeScript. Quick fix. So I'd have to convert it to let.
The value of age after we increase each time, just so we have an idea to see if it's working or not. So let's check out to see if this will work, right? It should work because we're increasing the value and we're displaying the value over here. Now let's go to Google Chrome and let's try and click on the button, and you immediately see that it doesn't work. Because you see over here, it says 0, right? When it should be whatever value it is right now after clicking this button a bunch of times. So you may argue...
Let's see. He's right. It doesn't work.
Okay, it's not changing because we set it as a constant. So let's try setting it as a let or a var, right? The constants obviously can be changed, so if we set it as a let or a var, it should work, right? Okay, let's test it out. It still doesn't work. It still doesn't work. But it doesn't mean it's not changing the value of this variable over here. Well, no, it is actually. Because if you go to the console log over here, it is actually increasing by 1 every time you click.
Let's see the console log. Inspect. Console. Yeah, we're at 15. He's right.
On this button.
You're getting used to the systems already, I see. Yeah, bro, I'm telling you guys, it's all about practice, bro. And the more you practice, the better you get at this stuff. And just like, I know I'm watching a tutorial in front of you guys, but it's just to help motivate everyone, you know, like just see how things are working and all that. And just like understanding things and implementing them and how to actually use tutorials in a proper manner. Because I feel like a lot of people just watch tutorials, aren't even doing it correctly, and then at the end of it, they don't even remember anything. So I think it's really important to just, like focus on what he's saying in the videos and then actually trying it for myself and seeing if I'm actually understanding what I'm doing. But yeah, if you guys are new here, I know I keep repeating this, but I have to until we hit 1K, bro. Smash the subscribe button, guys. We're on the road to 1K. You guys can see we're already at 603, less than 400 subscribers. I know we can do it, and that's when we get the Discord server and everything, so we can all communicate and you have your own community instead of just having to talk to me on stream. Now you have access to anything at any time, and it's completely free. The Discord server, no charge, nothing. It's just to help build a community, right? And help each other out and for us all to land internships.
So you're probably really confused because this is exactly how I was when I was learning states. Why is the variable changing value, but whatever's in my screen isn't changing as well? I thought that this should be representing this variable. Well, it is, but there's a point that you need to understand with React. React will render this component over here initially once. And what do I mean by render? It will just display the UI. It will generate the UI for this page once. So what happens is, initially, it will look at whatever the value of age is, it will see it's 0, and then it will display 0. It doesn't matter how many times we change the value of this variable. React doesn't know that it needs to re-render to show whatever value it is currently, right? So it renders once, and we can change the variable, but changing a variable value doesn't mean React will re-render because of it. So that's exactly what states are. Because if you were using normal JavaScript, whenever you change a variable like this and you wanted to change something in the HTML to show the value of the variable, you would do something like saying document.getElementById, or I don't know, using a query selector, and then manually changing the HTML. But here, you don't have to do that, because in React, if we wanted to create something like this, we could very simply just use a state. So in order to use a state, we have to come over here at the top and import from the React library.
So this is the tedious part of certain languages. Like, certain languages are just annoying with with this stuff, bro. Like, just switch the age, bro. It's getting incremented by the increased age. Oliver Herbert, yo, what's up? I know this is the 8th time you're tuning in, right? I'm chilling, bro. What about you? What's up with you, man? We're working on some more React today.
So I'm going to say React, and we're going to import what is known as a useState hook. So there's this concept in React called a hook, and I'll obviously
10th time. Shoot, man, I got it wrong. Shmesh Simhardi Pavan Kumar, bro. I am a newbie in data structures and algorithms. How to start this up? I mean, this is so hard at starting. If you're talking about like Leet Code, you just gotta keep practicing, bro. In the beginning, it's gonna be so bad. Trust me. Like, I'm not even just saying that. It's terrible for everyone. But as soon as like you just keep practicing like certain categories of problems, you're gonna start to understand it very quickly. And you'll notice that too. In the beginning, it's gonna be very hard, but just practice, bro. That's all I can say. And watch Leet Code videos. Like, if you guys don't know who Leet Code is, I'll show you guys. Like, if you want to search Leet Code and then search like arrays, bro, he has a whole playlist. I mean, this is his blind 75, but like, okay, he doesn't have arrays, but he does have linked lists. Like, if you want to go certain playlists, like linked lists, and then yeah, he has a whole playlist of videos.
Most people
right here, like all of these videos. So that's what I'd recommend. Go category by category, and then yeah. Sean D says, yo, appreciate you tuning in again, man. I remember you. You're always showing up. You're an OG now. And yeah, if you guys aren't subscribed, by the way, guys, if you can see, we're almost at 1K, so smash the subscribe button.
So you go way more in depth.
We're working on some more React today, learning the language more.
About what hooks are when we have our hook section of this course. Just know that when I mention a hook, I'm just talking about a function that for now, all you have to know is that it's a function that starts with the word use. Later on, I will obviously talk about it more, but for now, just keep that in mind. So the use state hook over here is what we use to create a state. And in order to create a state that, for example, in this case, a state for the variable age, we would have to do the following. We would have to say,
Anton says, Sim Hardy, if you didn't know what nodes are, a linked list is our binary tree for check first DSA course from Scott Barrett or Udemy. He has it in Python, just maybe some other too. Hello, Talha. Hey, Anton, nice to have you here again, bro. We're just working on some more React. I know you're pretty good at React, or I think so, based off yesterday and you helping me run the app.
Const, then open and close square brackets, then set equal to use state, and open and close parentheses. So we're just calling the useState function, and this useState function will return some information that we're getting inside of this square bracket. So what kind of information can we get? Well, we can get a variable, and we can call it whatever we want, right? In our case, the variable will be called age. And then we need to create a function that will be used to change the value of this variable. Now, that definitely sounds confusing if this is the first time you're using states, because that's how I felt.
Yeah, I'm looking at some React code too. Sick, bro. That's sick. That means you're working with me right now. Like you're doing your own thing, but you're also helping. So I appreciate that, man. It's just awesome to have you guys here, man. We got some loyal guys showing up every day. It's just sick to see. And yeah, we're only on day 15 and we're almost at 1,000 subscribers. So the growth is insane, man.
But just know that the standard is, if you have a variable, for example, called age, you put over here a function that is called set, and then the name of the variable. For example, set age. Now you'll see what this does in a bit, but just know that this is how you structure the use state. So then over here, you can put an initial value to the variable. Remember that initially we set age to be equal to 0. So this is where we put this 0, right? This initial 0 value. We put it over here. So now what we just did is we just created a state that is obviously a number because we set its first value to be 0. And we have a variable for it, and we have a function that is able to change its value. So here's where it gets good. If I want to display this age, I can still do it, right? It's exactly how it was before. I can just put age inside of here, and you'll see that it will display the 0, right? I'll just refresh the page, and you guys can see it says 0. If I change this to 1, it will show 1 because that's the initial value. But now what happens is, if I came over here to this increase age function and I wanted to increase this age variable by 1 every time I click on the button, I could just say something like set age, call this function, and inside of here, I can just put whatever value I want age to become. So for example, I can say 5 by default, just say 5. And what happens here is, if I click on the increase age button, it will turn this into 5, right? And the reason why this is happening is because the whole point of a state is it is a variable that when its value changes, React will be notified. It will look to see if the value is different from what it was before. If it is, it will trigger the UI to re-render, to redisplay the whole UI, so that now it will include the new value for that state, which is amazing. And that's the whole point of creating a state. Now, obviously, I don't want to keep it as set age to 5 because all it's doing is it's changing from 0 to 5 no matter how many times I click on this. But one way I can make it increase every time I click on the button is if I were to come over here and I just said that the age.
So let's just write this first. We make a const, and then square bracket age set age, and then you do use state, and then you set it to what initial value you want. Semicolon, never forget the semicolon. And then in our increase age, we make a we call set age, and then I think that's it, apparently. Expected 1 argument, but got 0.
Age will be equal to age plus 1, because it will get.
So I guess, dude, they don't even let the error stay for a second, bro. They're just like straight up like, nope, you didn't do anything yet.
The current value.
There's no argument.
And increase by 1. And you'll see that now if I keep clicking on the button, it will keep.
So let's see. Did this work? Sorry, this is the console. Sick. Yo, WW. Ashish Mohanty. Yo, new here. What's up? Nothing, bro. We're just working on some React. I'm trying to learn the language from scratch right now. We're looking at Pedro Tech's course for beginners, and then now I'm just practicing some React for you guys to see like the process of completely learning a new language from scratch and stuff like that. It's great to have you here, Ashish. How are you? Is everything good with you, bro? And if you haven't already, I remind everyone, you gotta smash the subscribe button, bro. We're on the road to 1K. So it would be greatly appreciated if you could do that. But yeah, let's if you guys have any questions, bro, like hit it in chat, bro. I love answering questions. I'm very open. And yeah.
Increasing just like we wanted before. Obviously, I could do something like subtracting, and it would.
So does this go to minus? Let's see. Okay, -1. Let's see. Increase it. So it's going down right now, obviously. Let's see if it goes positive. Oh yes, it does. Sick.
Do the exact same thing, but the opposite way, as you can see. But it's nice, right? Because this is the whole point of creating states, and they're extremely useful. You'll be using them a lot in React.
Pedro Tech is good. Myself learned a lot from him. React. Yeah, bro. I think Anton recommended this course, and like as soon as I'm getting it instantly. Like it's really good. I'm really enjoying learning React right now because of him. So 100% recommend.
So there's also more use cases for a state. A really cool use case that I like to represent.
So Anton says make decrease and reset function by yourself before seeing his stuff. So you're saying make a decrease right now? I bet we'll make a decrease and reset. Alright, let's try. Anton gave a tip, so let's try because I think that's what he's about to do, I'm assuming. So decrease we just did here, right? So that's not the issue. Decrease we already did it. Let's try reset. So set age, and I think I would just do 0. Set yeah. So I think if I 0. So that reset it. Oh, you want me to make 2 more buttons? Okay, bet. Let's do that then. Sick. Let's try that. Good challenge, actually. I appreciate that, Anton. Let's make another method called decrease age equals oh my god, the errors are going crazy.
Always is whenever you're using input.
Sorry, the video just started playing. Just see 3 separate functions. But let's try it. Let's try this. We were gonna call it set age -1 and then semicolon, and we'll just copy this. It'll make things easier. And then we'll call it reset age, and then all this is gonna do is reset it to 0. And then all we have to do is make the buttons. So let's do that. We'll do button on click. Yo, where is chat, guys, bro? Come on, guys. We gotta get the engagement up, man. We gotta get the engagement up. If there's no communication between us, then the streams are useless, bro. So we all gotta talk, bro. Decrease age. And then I'll just copy this. Not waste time. Let's get straight to it, you know? Copy. And then paste. And then we'll change this to reset age. And then call it reset age. Let's see. So we'll keep going up. 12, decreased, reset. What do you think, Anton? Is that right? Did we do it right? Reset. I think we did the wrong thing. Sorry, bro. Would have stayed for a little more, but it's 5 a.m. here in India. Now I have to sleep. No worries. Getting up now. Keep learning. Subscribed. Appreciate it, bro. I will. You know what? I'm thinking of streaming earlier now because I am noticing like a lot of people like in India and like different countries. It's a lot later for them. In North America, it's like 5 p.m. So everyone's kind of getting off work. But let's what I'll do is I will start streaming earlier now so that I can get like anyone who's like worldwide like watching the streams and stuff. But I just like don't do that right now because of like people having work and all that. So in North America, so I try to do it as soon as they get off work. The 2 styles of Indian viewers in chat right now: the ones who stay up to 5 and the ones who wake up at 5 a.m. Which one are you guys? Do you want another challenge? Honestly, run it, Anton. Before we keep going, just run one more challenge, and then we'll continue with the video. I'm enjoying the challenges, though. We're getting there. Make it so you can go below 0 and set max age to. I'll let you figure out the logic. Okay, so you're saying that you are saying that I have to set a max age. I woke up like 30 minutes ago, so the latter, I guess. Damn, why you up so early, dude? Holy. Holy, bro, you a grinder, huh? 5 a.m. So make it so you can't go below 0 age and set max age to. What do you want me? Okay, I guess I can just make a max age, I guess. I guess. Um, okay, we can make an if statement. Let's see. This is a good challenge. I'd assume I would make an if statement. I would do that here, right? If age greater than 0, then we would do this. What is it doing? Why is it doing it inside? This is pretty simple logic though, but it should work. And then what do you want me to set the max to? I guess I could just set the max to like if age less than like 30. If age less than 30, then we'll do this. I think this should work. I'd hope it would. Let's try. Okay, we're increasing. Okay, so we hit the max. It's not going past 30. And then we said we cannot allow it to pass go below 0, right? So let's see. It's not going below 0. So is that good, Anton? Is that how I was supposed to do it, or what do you think? I think that's the way to do it, right? You guys let me know. Yo, I see a couple more viewers. If you guys are new here, bro, smash the subscribe button. We're on the road to 1K. We're almost there, guys. 604 subscribers. And it's less than 400. So I know you guys can subscribe, bro. We can definitely get to 1,000 very soon. Good stuff, dude. Yeah, pretty much. I appreciate that. That's a W. Man is crushing the challenges. Bro, the thing with languages is like learning new languages. The logic stuff is pretty similar. Like it's not gonna be different from other programming languages. Just how you do it, I guess.
Right? So, for example, let's delete this code over here, and let's, instead of creating an age, let's just put an input inside of our React app. So I'm going to say input over here, and I'm going to close it like this. Now, an input, as you might know, can be a lot of stuff, but in our case, it will be an input of type text. Now, that means that if we come over here, you'll see there's a text like input that we can just write on it, right? So what I want to do here is I want to be able to type on this input, and as I'm typing, I want to display a text that displays exactly what I'm typing on this input. So how would we do something like that? Well, we would have to create a state to represent that value. So let's come over here, just like how we did before, and let's create a state. So to create a state, you just do something like this. And since this will be a text, it will be a string, we just initialize.
Alright, so let's just get rid of the buttons. Shundi, what else can I add to my goals list, bro? I just 100% always for Leet Code blind 75, make sure you finish all of that. That's a goal. Learn a completely new language and make sure to build a project in it. And a language that's useful. Don't do useless languages. And have one project with any machine learning or AI. That's essential, I think. That's what I'd say that's a must. Like, if you're not doing that, then I don't know what you're doing. But yeah, that's especially right now, today's market, that's what I 100% recommend. So useState. No, let's do that. Damn, bro, I'm one curly bracket less. Why do I have an error? Oh, because of this. Brackets
it
are
as an
so
empty string,
annoying.
like this. The initial value will be this. So what we want to do here is we want to create a state that will represent whatever this input is. So let's give it a name. Let's call it input value. Obviously, we could give any names, but in this case, it just makes sense. And then we need to create a function that will change this input value. So we'll call it set input value. Now, I want to display that input value. So I'll just come over here and say input value. And you'll see that nothing changes because input value initially is an empty string. But what I want to do is, as I type on this input, I want to change this input value by using the set input value function to be whatever.
Okay, sick. So I kind of get this as well. So let's do this. So initial state is nothing, and then we have input value set input value. Awesome. And then here we would do our input type equals text. And input value. Yeah, I think that's it. Bet, thank you. No worries, bro. If anyone else has questions or please anything you want to bring up, put it in chat, man. I'm trying to talk to you.
Exists inside of this input. So how would we do something like that? Well, I would come over here and say on change. So if you worked with inputs before.
Ooh, on change. Okay. So we have an on click and now we have an on change. On change equals. Let's see.
Or you know that every input has an on change, which is triggered whenever there's any change to the input. So a change could be you typing something on the input. So we can pass a function over here.
On change, and then we're gonna make, okay. Before he even does it, I'm gonna try it. So const change input, and then we'll do this, and then this. Eek0401, if you want to make coding portfolio for resume, how many personal projects do you think you need at minimum? Also, how important is Git and GitHub, and should that be done before projects or after? Okay, so GitHub is where you store those projects in a repository, so all the code is pushed onto there. In terms of how you should start, I would say for your personal portfolio, like, okay, I can show you mine. I have 3. I have more projects than that, but I make sure just to put 3. I have to change this a little to update it, but like right now I have 3, right? These are the 3 projects I put on my crypto app that I made, and then like a bunch of different apps, right? I put 3 apps, sorry. So I think 3 is a good number, 3 minimum. But if you just want to like have a general one, also I would just build it anyways. Don't worry about how many projects you have right now. But if you want it to look sick, I'd say 3 is the minimum, or max as well. I wouldn't put more than 3. And then how important is Git and GitHub, and should that be done? It's very important. Git is how you work with others when you are when you're working on a project with your friends or on a team, right? You use Git. And yeah, you also, that's where you push your code and store everything. So that comes while you're building the project, right? And then you push all the code. So don't worry about that too much. There's some very easy videos on how to use Git and GitHub and all that. You'll figure it out very easily. Sean D says, also Eek, bro. You gotta subscribe, bro. We're on the road to 1K. I think you're new here. I'm not too sure though. Are you new here? If you haven't subscribed already though, please subscribe. Are those projects an example of full stack development? Yes, those are. Those are indeed examples of full stack. So let's continue. Oh yeah, I was gonna try to do it before he does it. So set input value, and then in the parameters, we are gonna put it as how are we gonna put this? Are we just gonna change it to input? Let's see what he did.
Let's create a function for this. When you have a function that is that if you're, for example, console log use is an argument by default called event, which is an argument that if you're familiar with HTML and JavaScript, it's used to grab information about the input. So if I were to say, for example, console log event dot target dot value, for those who know what this means, it will basically console log the value of whatever is currently written on the input. So this is really, it's used so many times in React because whenever you want to grab something from an input that user is writing, you do it like this. You grab it by saying event.target.value. And what is happening right here is we're calling this function every time there's a change, and we're console logging the value, meaning that now if I open up my console log, every time I type on this input, it will now console log whatever.
Yeah, man, I'm new and def will subscribe. Thank you for the advice. No worries, bro. Stay here. If you have any other questions, always ask, bro. I'm always open to answering questions and all that, and just helping everyone out, and you guys helping me out, of course, as many of you have already done. Sean D says, yeah, right now I want to get a full stack job and then move to becoming a Python dev. What do you think? Yo, if that's what you want, man, go for it, 100%. That's if that's your goal, you can do it. Why not? Because to me, becoming a web dev, full stack, whatever you want to call it, seems to be easier, faster than jumping into Python development. I don't know. I think that everything is easy as long as you put your mind to it. So don't stress too much about difficulty right now. If you want to do Python and that's your goal, just jump into it. But if you want to learn those other languages, then also do that as well, right? But don't feel restricted, you know?
Where the value of this input is, right? By like automatically. I can delete it as well. I can write whatever I want, and it will be always console logging. So in our case over here, what we want is we actually want to set this value over here to be equal to this input value. So all we have to do is instead of console logging this, we just say we want to set input value to be equal to that. And now magically, whenever I type anything on this input, it will now start displaying over here, which is amazing. Like it's completely useless to, in this example, to just show the string.
A few years ago, I used to work at a smoothie shop. But guess what? Since joining this program called TCAS, I've been able to meet so many cool professionals from CEO.
But I remember.
What kind of trash ad is that? I have an error. What is the error? I mean, it's working, but I have an error. Anton says, you basically said it seems easier to work on a car than on a truck or on an Audi. Then I mean, they are similar. Just pick the one you like more. Yeah, Anton put it perfectly, I'm pretty sure. It's the same car. It's just a different. No, not the same car. It's the same concept, just a different way. Just look at what Anton said, and that's the perfect way to put it. How I'm putting it is trash. Change event HTML input element. Oh, you need to type on the event either event any or the real one is event. Okay, let's do that then. Event any. Oh, like of type, what type it is? Okay, yeah, now it worked. Sick. We're easily following this tutorial so far. It's quite.
I was so mind blown when I saw this for the first time.
Oh, I think the next one is the backend crude. We're gonna start getting into backend stuff very soon.
That I had to show you guys, but this is the power of states because
yeah, and Anton was some sick advice there, bro.
Every time the value of the variable is changing, it triggers our renders and shows the new value in our page, right? So in this case, we won't be, whenever we do something like this, it will be mostly to try to grab information from like inputs, so we can, I don't know, there's like a form in the website, and we want to grab whatever the user types on the form. We can do it this way, but I found this to be a good example whenever you're learning states. Okay, so we just went through two different examples on how the useState hook can be used, but I know that you might still be doubting its practicity or how important it actually is. So I'm going to give you guys two more examples that are actually really cool and can show you the power of this. So the first example is, imagine that we have something like this. We have some sort of text in our screen that says something like, hi, my name is Pedro. Now, obviously, this is just an example, but imagine that we have this text in our screen. And we want to be able to have a button over here that whenever we click on the button, it will either show or hide this text. So what I want is, I want to be able to click on this, and every time I click, it will either display this or hide it. So have a but. Now, obviously, this is just an example, but imagine that we have...
Nish said, bro, do you give Leet Code contest? Any suggestions to get good at Leet Code? I have, wait, did he just say, okay, I have solved around 250 problems, but sometimes get stuck when seeing newer problems. Yeah, in terms of Leet Code, it's just practice, bro. Like, if you haven't seen a certain algorithm or category of questions before, you're always gonna get stuck. Don't feel like you have to get it straight away and it's just gonna come to your brain. No, you have to practice the category. If it's arrays, you have to practice all the arrays questions until the problems become very like, okay, I know how to do this. I know what type of problem this is. 'Cause you're not gonna figure out the whole algorithm by yourself, right? But once you do, then you're there, bro. Also, Nish, are you new here? If you are, whoever is new here, guys, smash the subscribe button, bro. Subscribe so that we can get to 1K and make that Discord server for you and me and just like have a good time talking outside of stream as well. That would be sick. React TSX are a pain at first. They're a bunch of building. Yeah, I can see that. It's kind of also like you have to there's a lot of differences from what he does, so a lot of it I have to figure out. If it wasn't for you, Anton, low-key, I'd be cooked right now. But I guess we're kind of there, kind of not. But yeah, let's keep watching.
this text on the screen. And we
Niche, did your mom sit or? Damn, bro, Ashish, you gotta chill, bro. What the heck? That's a crazy statement. Ashish just hit the craziest statement I've ever seen. What the heck? Bro, what am I reading on this chat, bro? What the heck is this? What the heck? This is crazy. Yo, I don't know if I support that in chat, to be honest. I hope you guys are friends or something. I feel like they're like probably like friends in real life or something. They're just messing around.
we want to be able to have a button over here that whenever we click on the button, it will either show or hide this text. So what I want is I want to be able to click on this, and every time I click, show or hide.
So let's make that button. So button show / hide. Classic know your mom or sons. Not friends, but it's just banter. No worries, boys, no worries. So you guys don't even know each other, you just casually just went for the mom joke? Just out of nowhere hit him with a yo mama joke? That's crazy.
Hide this text. So what I want is I want to be able to click on this, and every time I click, it will either display this or hide. So if currently it's being displayed, so if I click on this, I want it to now not display this anymore. And then if I click again, it will display this. Now, I know for a fact that if I was doing this with normal HTML and JavaScript, the way I would probably approach it is I would probably change the CSS or maybe remove the thing that completely from the HTML. It would be way more work than what we're going to do over here. Because with states, all I have to do is I just have to create a state just like this, but obviously the names here will change. We'll call something like, I don't know.
I'm all for jokes. If you guys are cool with that, I mean, I'm not here to stop you guys if that's like your banter and stuff, you know?
Show text or something like this, and then obviously this would be set show text, and then over here this would be a boolean, right? Because
so he changed it, so we gotta get rid of it. Actually, we'll keep the method for now and then just change the name when we need to, just so we don't have to keep like rewriting the code. Show text. Show text. And then we have the set show text. So you guys are all new here, Ashish and Nish. We'll keep the, I don't think we can do this. Or yeah, I guess it would either be true or false. For the beginning, we'll set it to true. And then, okay, let's try, I'll try this myself actually. But how do we do this? Like, how do we set? We'll see what he does.
We want to either set this to true or false. So instead of having an empty string or a 0 for a number, for Boolean, we can start it out as true, right? Because we want to first show this text, and then if I click on it, I want to hide it. So now we have the state. So all we want to do in this case is we want to say, okay, if show text is equal to true, then display this over here. So if we were to combine what we learned in the last episode, where we talked about ternary operators, we could just say something like, if show text is equal to true, then we put the double ampersand because this is just a then, show this. This logic makes sense, right? And obviously we have to put the curly braces around here because we're now putting some JavaScript in the middle, right? So all this is saying is if show text is true.
This is the ternary operators. Ternary. How many Leet Code problems have you solved, bro? I've solved about how many you said, 250 almost. I think 200. But like, I didn't like my approach before because I would just do random ones and then expect to just get it. But for now, I'm just gonna focus per category and then move on to different categories, which I'm gonna do tomorrow because tomorrow is Leet Code day. So yeah, that's the goal right now. Set show text. If you guys have any questions, guys, keep hitting me with them, man. Do you have categories? Yeah. So if you go on Leet Code's blind 75 here, normally how I've done 21 of them, all of them on stream, but like these are the different categories. I finished arrays. I have one left, encoding and decoding strings. But like for now, I'm just gonna focus like question in every category, like do that in one day rather than like one day in a day, like linked list, trees, and then backtracking all in like one day. Like that makes no sense to do. So yeah, that's the different categories and like how I would like approach how to look at Leet Code questions.
Then display this. So let's see if that works. We'll come over here. Obviously it's true, so it will be displaying. But if we set the state by default to be false, it will not show anymore. Now, another thing you can do is obviously with if statements like this, you don't have to say if this Boolean is equal to true. You can just say if show text, and obviously it will work the same way, as you can see. But now the cool thing is we want to be able to click on this button, and whenever we click on it, we want to be able to toggle between show text being true or false.
Oh yeah, we could just write show text. I don't know why we're doing that. And then yeah, button on click, and then we would call the method on click equals, and then change text. Look, I'm just doing it myself now at this point, which is kind of sick. Like I'm just figuring out how to do it myself. Oh, we gained a couple subscribers on stream today. Let's go. Let's go. That's a W. It refreshes
so
every hour.
We can just create a function over here, right? By saying something like const toggle here. Directly doesn't have any names. It's just an alert, a message saying, hey. And you'll see that every time I click on the button, if it doesn't have any click, I can either create an external function and define its name like we did in the previous two examples, or directly inside the onClick, I can do what is known as an anonymous or inline function, which is just a function like this that doesn't have any names. It's just a parentheses.
I guess we ain't doing this. I guess we're doing it a different way. So we're just gonna do it an inline function, as he said. So empty parentheses, and then okay, let's see.
and arrow and then the curly braces. And then inside of here, I can do whatever I want. I can, for example, come over here and alert a message saying, hey. And you'll see that every time I click on the button, it will alert the message, right? So this is also like use a.
She just did a alert out of nowhere, like straight alert. So I think as soon as you click the button, it just says, hey. At least that's how I'm interpreting this. So let's try that. Hey, sick. WW.
A lot in React. It's just a function that is created inside of some sort of event or some sort of prop, right? So in our case, we don't want to alert it. What we want to do is we want to set the show text to be true if it's currently false, and false if it's currently true. So how could we do something like
Charles Sheelam says day 15. Yes, sir, Charlie. My boy is back. Yo, it's hella late for you, bro. You always be showing up at the latest times, but yes, sir, man. You loyal guy, bro. You showing up every single day, basically. But yeah, it's day 15, Charles. We're at 607 subscribers right now, man. So we're almost hitting that 1K goal. So you better see us hit the 1K goal in like a few days, bro. Like I think hopefully I'm hoping for around next week we hit the 1K goal. We should be there, I think. But yeah. Are you working on something right now while watching stream or
like that? Well, we could just use the current value of show text and say that we want the opposite of that, because
so instead of the alert, we're just gonna do the set show text, but the opposite. Okay. But the 607 this fast is crazy. Yeah, bro, growth actually insane, bro. It kind of slowed down recently, but it's still going pretty well. Like we're gaining 40 subscribers a day, but we were like in the beginning, like before day 10, it was like 80 subscribers a day, bro. Not 80 was maybe the best day, but I definitely think we can go even crazier though, right? Like I think that's actually very possible. But yeah, look, we doing some React. I know, Charles, you work on TypeScript, right, at work right now? I'm just learning React and TypeScript right now. So I just learned how to show and hide this text. It's kind of fun doing this, like bop, bop, spamming buttons.
If it's false, it will now become true. If it's true, it will now become false. So let's test it out to see if this is working, right? It'll start out as true, so we're able to see the text. But if I click on this, it will set the variable to be the opposite of true, which is false. So now it's not displaying. And I can click again, and it will display. I can click again, and not display. You don't understand how useful this is to many websites. There's so many UI things you can do that with this that is super easy to make because of how states work in React. And that's just an example of how cool this can actually be. Now, you can do more to this, right? For example,
look at the time in Calgary right now. It's 6:07. That's how many subscribers we have. That's actually crazy.
You can actually change CSS directly by using states. So what I mean by that is, for example, if we want to scratch out this whole show logic and just make it always show the text, right? Something like this. We always show the text. But whenever I click on the button, now I want to make this text become green. And then when I click it again, I want to toggle back to black, right? So that would be hard with normal JavaScript. But it's super easy with using states. Because then I can just create a state. Let's call it text color.
Elsie says, that's great. Small improvements. Yeah. Elsie, are you new here? Or is this your first? Have you seen the channel before?
And the function.
If you are new here, it's nice to see you. Hopefully you stay here and see the journey. Are you also in like tech and stuff, or not really? Like you're just like not in tech, but you're just finding the videos fun to watch?
Will be set text color, and it will be a string because in CSS.
So we're changing the CSS of this. So let's get rid of this. And then we're changing it to set text color. Set text color. And then text color. And then yeah, okay.
you can call colors like red or blue or whatever you want. And using what we learned in the previous episode, you can actually write CSS directly inside of your HTML, your JSX, right? So I could come up.
Bro, any suggestions for getting jobs in Canada? I'm studying in Canada. Networking, bro. Networking. If you know the right people, my dad says, at least in Canada, it's all about referrals. If you have the right referrals, know the right people, you'll get the job. At least that's what I think. So yeah, it's just about mainly, obviously, be qualified. If you're not gonna be the top 1% of people, then getting a job in Canada becomes about who you know. And if you know the right people, which is why I want to make this Discord server and get us to 1,000 subscribers, because based off who we know, we can literally, like, you can get to crazy places just off referrals, connections, everything. But that's just how the world works. So I'd say just network, go to events, meet the right people. Don't be pushy, but give them a good impression of you to the point where they want to actually help you. You know what I mean?
Over here to this h1 tag, and I can just give this style prop like this, and open and close parentheses. And over here, I can do whatever I want with this style, including give it a color. I can obviously set this to red by default, and it will. Oh, it's broken. Oh, it's because we obviously have, there's no set show text anymore because we changed the name. But like I was saying, you can also set this to red by default, and you can see it works. But what we want to do is we want to use the state to change the color directly inside of here. So what we can do is we can just say text color is equal to, the color is equal to the text color state. And now all we have to do is we just have to come to this on click and say that whenever you click on the button.
So let's do that real quick. So we're just changing the CSS. Style equals, and then within that, color, text, color, and then let's close that. And then there we go. Oh, I'm getting an error. It is not assigned to type React node. Okay, why is this happening? Oh, because I put, okay, this should fix it. Didn't fix it. Let's see the quick fix. Yo, where is chat, guys? Let's quickly do the set text color. Let's see what he
We'll just set the text color to be red. And you'll see that if we set this by default to black, because...
So then, yeah, I guess red. And then we'll black, and that will get rid of the color error, probably. Or no, wait, do I have to? The style is supposed to be inside the tag. Oh yes, sorry Reza, you're right. You are right. That's my fault. Little error that I did not notice. Okay, let's see. It doesn't go back though. Like once I press it, I can go back. That's sick.
The initial quality is black. Now, when we click on this button, it will become red. So we're altering the CSS of our page very easily by using states. Now, if I click again, obviously it's not changing because we're not implementing any logic for this. All we're doing is whenever you click on the button, it will set it to red. So if it's already red, all it's doing is setting to itself, which doesn't make sense. But to do something which mimics the behavior of it, like toggling between black and red, what we can do is we can use ternary operators, which is something, like I mentioned, we learned in the last episode. We can do something like saying if the text color is currently equal to black, then...
But I'll try writing it without looking at what he writes. So text color equals black. Then we change it to red. Else make it black. Wait, what the hell happened? Oh, sorry. Forgot to do this part.
We want to set it to red, right? We just set it to red. But if it's not, so else, we set it to black. So really try to understand this logic over here. We're putting inside of this parentheses what color we want the state to represent.
So let's do this. Bob! Yo, that's cool, bro. Ternary operator's going crazy right now.
So what we're seeing over here is if it's black, then we want to put red inside of this parentheses. If not, we want to put black because the color should be black. And if we run this, you'll see this is exactly what happens. We keep alternating between the colors, which is obviously the behavior we want. So those are the actual 4 examples I really wanted to bring to this episode. I don't know how long this episode is, but it shouldn't be a short episode because states are super powerful and will be really useful throughout our course. For example, in the next episode, we're going to be using states so much that I guarantee you will start feeling very comfortable with it by the end of that episode. So in order for you guys not to be confused, because I know some of you guys might still be confused with how states work, I'm going to obviously, like I did in the previous episode, leave a little exercise here at the end so that you guys can do. I'll show you guys the result on how to solve the exercise, but obviously do it before you see the answer. And yeah, let's get a famous example of something you can use states for, which is a counter app. And I wanted to... If I play around with this, I can now increase, I can decrease, I can go negative, as you can see. I can. All you have to do is create 3 different functions. Each of them have their own purpose for the buttons. So the increase function similar to the one to the count. If I play around with this, I can now increase.
I already did this. So, okay.
If you and I traded agencies, how many appointments would I get every single month? Would I get 10, 15, 20, 30? It doesn't matter.
I'm plug in this. What is this, bro? Why can it's making me watch all 1 minute and 46 seconds of this, so I guess I gotta chill with you guys in chat now. What's good, guys? Someone say something. Someone talk to me right now, bro. Don't make me lonely. I need to talk to y'all right now. Where my homies at? Where my homies at? Unskippable 2-minute ad. Yeah, bro. I don't even know why that's a thing. That should not even be a thing. But these guys do not care at all. These guys, that's true. You could probably refresh and get a different ad. I could, but then I feel like we're already like most of the way there. So it's really worth like having to switch ads. Agency ad is crazy, bro. Bro did a whole agency ad on me. He paid probably for that. I should have watched it for him, you know. I feel bad now. He like paid insane amount for that probably.
So let's get started writing the code for our first CRUD application in React, where we're going to be building a to-do list. So like I mentioned, this episode will be mainly focused on emphasizing how to use states and enforcing the best practices when you're using states and exactly why you would use states in React. Because when you create something like a to-do list, states are extremely important. So that's the whole point of us making this video. So I have over here just an empty application, just like we had before. You see, there's only 3 files, and I just have hello world written over here. And what we want to build is we want to build an app where over here in the website there's going to be a list for like tasks that you might want to complete, and inside of that list, each task will either be colored green for completed or just white for.
Is this a project?
Or not completed yet. So you can basically check them to say that you've completed a task, and if you did, the task will become green. You can also delete a task if you want to. We're gonna add all of those functionalities, and obviously you will be able to add a new task to your list.
So this is a to-do list tutorial. Oh, so we're making a to-do list in React right now. This is gonna take 41 minutes, so I guess we'll do this video for today, and then we'll probably do the rest of them like the next time. Yeah, because this is gonna take, yeah. So we gotta lock in, guys. We gotta lock the fuck in.
Now, if you're interested in seeing how this will look, you can just go to the end of the video where I'm going to be showing this. But basically, this is one of the best projects in my opinion. I know it's overused and there's a lot of tutorials out there for this already, but there's no way I'm going to make a React course without including this, because this was definitely one of the projects that got me understanding what states are and how they are used. So that's why I decided to make this video. So let's get started right now. I'm going to open up VS Code over here. I basically want to create a div over here because we're going to divide our project, our website into two, right? Two parts UI-wise, right? We're going to have over here a top part where there's going to be an input and a button because we're going to be able to write which... Now, I'm going to open up VS Code over here. I basically want to create a div over here because we're going to divide our project, our website into two, right? Two parts UI-wise, right? We're going to have over here a top part where there's going to be an input and a button.
So let's make the div. So we got to get rid of everything now. Let's make our to-do list in React. Yes, sir. The basic essential web dev app. The to-do list. Reza, are you in India or where? Which country are you in? Wait, I shouldn't have. Should just get rid of this. No, wait. This. Yeah, there. India, yep, sick. A lot of Indian tech guys, bro. That's the trend I've been getting. A lot of guys from India in tech. That's sick, man. You guys have so many like developers and stuff. Like you guys are all really smart. Why is this getting in there? Oh, because there's like an extra one. Wait, what's going on, bro? What is going on? Why am I getting an error? Undercode detected. Oh. Oh, why is this giving me an error? To-do list app starts, I can't even. Bro, I'm gonna just give this to GPT real quick. First time using GPT on stream now, on this today's stream. When in doubt, just use GPT, bro. I pay too much to not use it, you know what I mean? I've been paying too much for GPT. Also, guys, if you're new here, bro, smash the subscribe button. We are on the road to 1,000 subscribers. We're almost there, so close, man. So yeah, I hope to hit it. Bro, apparently this fixes it, but I don't know, this guy wanted to add
project, our website into two, right? Two parts UI-wise, right? We're gonna have over here a top part where there's gonna be an input and a button because we're gonna be able to write which task we want to complete, and there's gonna be a button which when we click on it, we're gonna be able to add the task to our list. So we're gonna have that part, and we can even give a class name over here of something like inputs, or actually I'll just call it add task. Something like this, right? Just a part where you're gonna be able to add a new task to your list. And then we're gonna...
So I wanna fully understand how, I wanna try to do this to-do list by myself if I even could, you know? Because I know he's gonna do a loop, a for each loop, for sure. Add task. We got our div.
We have another div, which is going to be the div with a list. Now,
okay. So this is the actual to-do list, and we're gonna call this list. Where is my chat, bro? Where the heck is chat? I want to hear from chat right
this, of course,
now.
I don't want...
Where is the chat? Where is everyone?
To focus at all on CSS because that's not important in my opinion for someone learning React. Although it is important for a website, it is not important for React. So what I'm going to do is whenever I add some minor CSS, I'm just going to show you guys the CSS and you guys can just look at it, use it if you want to, but I'm not going to be wasting my time of this course teaching you guys CSS because it's not the point of the course. But over here, we have two divs, and on this div over here, what we're going to put is we're going to put an input and a button. So two things. The button will be the add task.
Okay, we're adding our input. So let's do that input, and then let's see, button add task. That's all it's gonna do for now. Wait, fam. I'll put that here.
Button. So we'll look over here and you'll see right now we have the input.
Let's see. W.
The button, and over here is where we're going to display the list of tasks, which obviously initially will be empty, but let's leave this for now and just focus on this part over here. So what we want is we want to have some sort of variable inside of our application, which is going to keep track of a list of tasks, right? So we can have a task, for example, do homework, right? Where we're just saying that I need to do homework, or we can also have a task which is wash dishes, right? Something like this. So a good data structure that could hold the information about which tasks we have to complete is an array, right? It's a list, an array. So what we want over here is we need to have a variable which is going to keep track of our list of tasks. And
back, just had dinner, feel like Loki, the funniest comment I've probably heard on chat so far, honestly.
And we want to dynamically change the how the variable looks because we want to display the list in our screen. And whenever we make any changes to the list, we want to re-render the UI to show the new changes. A change would be, for example, adding a new task to the list. We want to immediately see the new task appear over here. Or when we delete or when we complete, we want to see those changes appearing immediately. So the way we're going to do that is by creating a state, which is what we learned in the previous video. So if you want to refresh, you can watch the previous video to see.
Alright, okay, I'm gonna try this. So obviously he's gonna make like an array const, and then he's gonna call it, he's gonna have a list in there. We'll call it a to-do list. We'll call it just to do, and then we'll do add to do. Why am I getting? Oh, because I wrote. Wait, const. Why can't I do that? Isn't it supposed to be? I'm not sure. Const. Yeah, that's how you write it. And then equals. What are we gonna write? Equals. Let's do useState, and then we're just gonna have the initial, obviously, to-do list, or we'll see what they put.
How you create a state, the use state. I'm going to import the hook that we're using, use state. So to declare this hook, we need to give a name for the variable. I'm going to call it to-do list, and a function that will be used.
I got it. Look, I said to do. Look, I'm like a top G in React right now. You feel me? Like at least I'm acting like a top G right now.
To change the value of this variable. So I'm going to call it set to-do list.
Set to do, and then yeah, set to do, not add to do. My bad, G. My bad. And then we'll make another one, const add to do, and then that will equal to this, and then this, and then this. I'm cooking right now. I'm literally cooking. And then we'll do to do. I don't know how you add to lists in JavaScript right now. The state variable shouldn't start with caps. It's general. It's a general industry standard. Which state? Oh, this one. My bad, G. My bad.
Then, like I mentioned in the previous video of this course, you need to set an initial value for this variable, for the state. So the initial value will be an empty array because initially this list will be empty. So this can be a good initial value, right? What we want to do over here is we want to be able to, whenever you click on this list, we want to add something to, we want to add that task to the list, right? But in order to do that, we need to keep track of the value of what is inside of this input. So if I write over here, do homework, we need to get the information, we need to get this do homework string inside of this input and use it to add into our list. And the way I taught you guys in the previous episode to get information from an input is by creating
event.add.target, that's how.
States to represent the input value. So I'm going to create another state over here, and I'm going to call it, we can call it whatever we want. I'm going to call it new task because it's going to represent whatever we're writing on the input when we want to add a new task. And then I'm going to say set new task like this. And I'm going to set this.
Damn, so we got multiple going on right now. We got multiple new task, set new task, and then obviously this is probably going to have a new use state too. But I think that's just going to be an empty string in the beginning, obviously. And then for this, it's an empty list, and then new task. Sick, bro. Why is this an error? Variable declaration expected. Oh yes, yes, yes. I just put this beforehand. My bad, G.
Equal to useState, and it will be a string initially, right? Because it's a string inside of an input. So now we have two states, and this is basically what is necessary for our to-do list. So what we're going to do now is we want to make it so that whenever you type on this input, you now keep track or you update this new task state to represent the value inside of that input. Now, the way you do this, as I mentioned in the previous episode, is you can give an onChange function.
We finna do this right now. We finna get this onChange, then you call. Damn, bro, this shit just went crazy. What the fuck happened? onChange. Oh, because I forgot the equals. onChange. And then we do add to do. Or sorry, set new. What is it called?
To this input. So whenever there's any change to the input value, so whenever you type a letter in the input, this function over here, whatever function you pass inside of this.
What year are you in uni? What year are you in? Are in uni, Alberta? No, I go to the University of Calgary. I'm going into my third year.
Will be called. So we're gonna come over here and create the handle change function like this, and inside of here we're going to write the logic for this. So we're just gonna copy handle change and put it inside of here. Now
Alright, we'll just call this add to do, our original name. And then I know what he's gonna do. He's just gonna set new task to event, and then sorry, even in this, or I don't know if he's gonna write it here, but event any, and then event dot target dot value. So I think it's like this, I believe.
Inside of this handle change function, since it is inside of an input, like I mentioned, you can have an event, a variable, and all of this, like I mentioned, I've talked about this in the previous episode, but it's extremely important for me too.
Look, W, that's what I'm talking about right there. Like, I don't even know React, bro. I'm just cooking right now. Nah, I'm getting too cocky. Also, if you guys are new here, bro, smash the subscribe button, bro. It's probably getting annoying for anyone who's been on stream the whole time. Just keeps hearing me say, smash the subscribe button. We're on the road to 1K,
myself using it again.
If you guys are enjoying the content, please subscribe, and if you relate to it as well.
In a better context, so you guys keep refreshing how everything works and understand how everything will be used. So now what we have over here is we have a variable called new task, which I'm going to even, just for now, just to show you guys that this is working, I'll just display this in our screen over here, in our UI, new task, and you'll see that it is actually working. As I type on this input, it is set in our screen over here, in our UI.
I called this new task as well, so new task. Let's see if it's working, bro. Let's see if this guy's right and it's working. I am, okay, it is working. I am top G. It works. It is working.
New task, and you'll see that it is actually working. As I type on this input, it is setting the variable new task to be equal to whatever's over here. And the only reason why we're seeing it over here is because I just decided to display it as I go, just to show you guys that it's working. So I'm going to delete this for now because this is not the point of this video. But it's good to know that it is working, the handle change function. So now that we have this new task variable and we have access to what the user is typing on the input, we want to be able to add to this array over here the new task that we just typed on the input. So the way we're going to do that is we have this button over here, which whenever it's clicked, we want to add it to the list.
We're going to do on click, and we're going to call, on click. We're going to call let's change the name of this though. Handle. We'll just keep this at handle change as well. Yo, where is my chat today, bro? Loki chat kind of dead today, man. I don't like that. I don't like that chat dead today. We have a little less viewers than normal as well. Maybe that's why. But yeah, let's go back to this. On click equals, and then we'll do. That's when we'll make the const add to do. And then this will also, no, this is not event, this is going to be empty, I think, because there's no actual like thing we're doing with this. And then I don't like the name I used here. Let's do that to set to do. Set to do, and then set to do, and all we would do, I think you would do to do dot add. I don't know if that's how it is in JavaScript. I don't know if add's actually like a to do dot add, and then you would do what the value is that we get, but I guess we can't do that. I don't know. Let's see what he does.
So we're gonna create a function over here and call it add task, right? Because it is the function that is gonna be called when we want to add a new task to the list. And then inside of this button, we're gonna give it an on click property, because we're gonna say that whenever you click on the button, we want to call the add task function. So we haven't worked previously with using states and lists before, but states and lists are extremely interesting because it is very common for you to use it, and they're gonna appear so many times that it's important for you to get good with it. Now, when you have a normal array, and I want to emphasize this to you guys, when you have a normal array, right? Imagine I had this array over here, which was just an array, an empty array. Usually in JavaScript, if you want to add a value to that array, for example, I want to add the variable name, which is equal to Pedro. If I want to add Pedro to the array, I could say something like array.push and put name over here, right? And this would work. We would see that now after this, array would have the name inside of it, right? But this doesn't work with states. And the reason why it doesn't work with states is because we don't mutate the state directly. Remember, with states, we always have to use the function that is used to mutate the value. So I can't just say something like new task is equal to event.target.value. This is why we have to put the value inside of the function parameters, not by setting them like this. So I couldn't say something like array.push. But what I can do is I can create a new array, for example, a new to-do list, and say that whenever I want to add a new task, I basically want to have a new to-do list which is made out of the old to-do list with the addition of the new task that we want to add. If you're not familiar with this thing over here, this is the spread operator, and it is extremely important when you're using React, because this kind of JavaScript is used a lot in React, especially when you're working with states. Basically what this means is when you put the 3 dots over here, you're just saying that you want to make an array that is composed of everything in this list plus this value over here.
Also,
so that means
use state name scheme is const name set name, or in your case const to do set to do. Got you.
Then now I can just set the to-do list to be equal to the new to-do list. And what we're doing here.
Okay, I get what he did. That's smart. Const new to-do list. And then equals to dot to-do list. Is that what I call it? I just called it to-do though. And then new task. And then set to do as new to-do list. Why am I getting an error?
Here is we're just adding the new value to the list. So this is amazing, right? It will be working, it is working, but we're not able to see it working for now because we're not displaying the...
Well, I'm getting an error, so it ain't working for me. It ain't working
So this
for
is
me apparently. Unless I did something wrong. This is TypeScript though, so it's probably gonna, maybe there's a slight difference. Let's ask GPT. Why am I getting an error on this? Yeah, it might be a TypeScript error. I think it is a TypeScript error. Also, if you guys are new here, bro, and if you're enjoying the content, watching me trying to get this software engineering internship, learning new frameworks, getting better every single day, smash the subscribe button, man. It really helps out the channel. We are on the road to 1K. I think. Maybe we're not doing that for the. Yeah. Bruh, I said T. Oh. I don't know why it's doing this. I don't want it to. This is probably to display the list. But let's see what it does here. I guess it's trying to reset it. Maybe we'll just show it this. Anton says if you don't want to deal with it in TypeScript at the moment, just change the file extensions from TSX. I've heard TypeScript is better to learn anyway, so I don't mind learning it as well. Like it's not much different. So the error is on the red squiggly line. So we got a lot of smart people here. Our future goals with an aspiring job. What are my future goals? Honestly, just make money, bro. That's what this is about, right? For all of us, that's what it's all about, making that ka-ching. I mean, yeah, we should clear the input. GPT is right about that. I don't know what Pedro hasn't done. He's probably gonna do it soon. I guess it's this part is how I have to do it. That doesn't fix it. Does anyone know? You need to pass. Oh wait, it doesn't show. You need to pass on the hooks string type and sting. Sting? Do you mean string or sting? This is the error. Oh, the new task string is state should be a string. Or you guys are saying like this. Okay, got it. Yeah, that got rid of the error.
Amazing, right?
Oh, okay. Lidran, woo. Hey everyone, how we all doing? Bro, nice to have you back, man. So I'm just working on a to-do list with React right now. So that's what I tell how's the React on. It's good, bro. It's going well. I'm having a good time just making a simple to-do list at the moment. I kind of understand the fundamentals, so that's really good.
It will be working. It is working. But we're not able to see it working for now because we're not displaying the value that the list inside of our UI. I could add over here, do homework, but there's nowhere where, like, it added this task, but there's nowhere to be seen a list in our UI. So the way we're going to show that list is inside of our div over here for list, we want to grab the to-do list, which is a state, which is an array, and using what we learned in the third episode of this course, we want to map through this list. Now, why do we want to map through this list? Because when you have a list,
so let's see. I hate doing this part. This is the most annoying part, actually. To do dot map.
list, and you want to display each element in the list in React as a UI element. You say the name of the list dot map, and then it will iterate through every element, and you just grab the task or each element in the array.
And then it's not taking the index.
Array as an argument to it.
Okay, I guess we ain't taking any indexes. Task. I don't think you're supposed to do it like this, but no, we are actually. Never mind. Never mind. All these errors. Bro, the errors are so nasty. We'll figure out the errors later.
A function, and inside of the function, you just return some sort of UI that you want to display based on that specific element. So I want to display an h1 tag for each element in the to-do list.
Return h1, and then I guess task.
Now, what do I want to display for each element? Well, I just want to display the task that is being represented in that specific index. So if initially it should be empty because our array is empty, but when we add a new task, then it will loop through the array, it will go to that task and just put the name of the task inside of.
So our errors went away.
This h1 tag. So you can see that since we already added the do homework, now it's being displayed. I'll refresh again so you guys can see. I'm going to say do homework, and when I click add task, now it just added to the list. I could add more stuff like wash dishes. And it will keep adding. Let me do another thing, clean room. And you can clearly see that our list.
So let's see if this works. Go to sleep. Okay, that showed up. Work on coding. That showed up in its terrible form. Enjoy the day. For what? Okay, I'm just typing this in the worst possible way. Literally the worst possible way. Enjoy the day. Sick. Okay.
Is working. It is adding to each element of the list, then it is looping through the list and just displaying it in our screen. So this is the basis of how a to-do list works. There's some optimizations or just things that we could do to make this look better. For example, code-wise, I usually don't separate the array into a separate variable and then set the list like this. I just did this so you guys can have a better idea of what is happening here. I usually just copy this and put it inside of here without creating a new variable, and this will work this.
Okay, yeah, that seems a lot easier than the other thing. So we'll do that. We'll do that and then get rid of this. And it should work the same way. Streaming. Where is chat, guys? Where is chat? Nice. Okay, it works.
same way. Now, everything else is looking good, right? It's like it's basically 29 lines of code, 31 lines of code for a pretty cool project, right? We can add a bunch of stuff, and it's looking pretty nice. So this is to emphasize how quick you can write complex code in React without writing a lot of code at all. So what we want to do now is we want to make this project look a little bit cooler, right? We want to add some functionality that will definitely bring up the value of this project. And the first thing we want to do is we want to add the ability to delete a task. So deleting a task would be if I don't want to do homework anymore, there will be a little button right over here, which we can click, and this will be removed from the list. So how can we do something like this? Well, the first thing we want to do is add the button for each element in the list, and we can easily do that by coming to our to-do list map over here and say that for each element in the list, instead of just returning the name of the element, we can actually return a div, and this div will include not only the task name, but also a button, which we'll just put an X to represent delete, and you'll see that this is exactly how it looks. At the end, like I said, I'll add of the element, we can actually return a div.
Let's see.
And this div will include not only the task name, but also a button, which we'll just put an X to represent delete, and you'll see that this is exactly how it looks. At the end,
that low-key collab though, I'm not gonna lie, like adding a button like that, and then it's just like an X. I don't know. I think it looks collabed, but or sorry, no, I have to put this on the in the loop or in the mapping. This guy gotta work on his CSS, bro, I think.
like I said, which would.
Okay, yeah, we're doing return.
We'll just put an X to represent delete, and you'll see that.
It doesn't look bad on my CSS, but on his it does. Okay, let's do clean my room. Let's do stream today. Let's do wash the dishes. Wash the dishes. And we have our little X's. That's nice. That's clean. I like that. Also, if you guys are new here, smash the subscribe button. We on the road to 1K, so if you're new and you haven't subscribed, smash the subscribe button.
See that this is exactly how it looks. At the end, like I said, I'll add some CSS and everything will look a little bit better, so you guys can copy the CSS. But for now, let's just leave it like this. We can see that each element now has a button, which doesn't do anything when I click, but we're gonna obviously add functionality in a bit. So in order to delete,
honestly, I'll probably use Bro's CSS. Honestly, or maybe I get GPT to generate some CSS.
A task from the list, we're gonna create a function over here called delete task, right?
I'm gonna try now to do the delete task thing myself. Dope, dude, you're over 600 subs. Yes, sir, bro. I'm almost at that 1K. It's only day 15. I hope to get there next week to the 1K subs, and I think we can definitely do it. Const delete. Dude, I actually low-key love learning new languages, man. It sounds so nerdy. Never thought I'd say this in my life. I like learning new languages. It's crazy. Why is this got an error? Damn, it's not a lot of delete tasks, I guess.
And this function will be called whenever we click on that button. So I'm going to come over here, and I'm going to put an on.
And on click. Embrace the nerd. Honestly, maybe that might be the move. That might be the move. Embrace the nerd. On click, and then equals, and then we call delete task. Look, I'm literally getting the hang of it, man. And then to delete task, we'll do I mean, some sort of JavaScript that just deletes everything. That's my guess.
Click to this button. Element. Well, we can actually inside the, because how am I gonna know inside of this delete task function which element in the list we want to delete? Because we want to delete a specific element, right? So how are we gonna know which one we want to delete?
Well, can we not just call it as a parameter then?
Well, we can actually inside the delete function over here, we can pass an argument to it, which we're gonna get the specific that.
Oh look, I called it. That's how you know all coding languages are basically the same.
That we can delete. So for now, let's just try deleting it by using the name of the task over here. So I could come over here inside of this function, say that it accepts a task name, and over here.
This guy about to show us like an error right now. He's gonna show, oh look, this doesn't work. This delete task functionality is literally 15 minutes of this video. That's insane.
Here, instead of an on-click, you might imagine that I could just come over here and pass the task from the to-do list map as the argument to the function.
Well, yeah, he's gonna tell us how we can't. This doesn't work, bro.
But there's an important thing I want to mention to you guys. In React, when you have an on-click like this, you have a function that has a parameter, so something that they have to put inside of parentheses over here. You can't just put it like this. This format like this is just for functions that don't have a parentheses or arguments in its parentheses. When we have something like this, we actually need to create a function that returns this function call. So this is kind of weird, but just know that whenever you have a parenthesis like this, you got to write on this.
Damn, bro, this is the downfall of React. You have to make another function to call a function if it has parameters.
Here, which basically is you're creating a new function and you're calling the delete task function. So what we can do now is we can come over.
Downfall of React for real. I'm disgusted.
Over here instead of our delete task function, and we could do this similar to the add task. We're gonna set the to-do list to be equal to a new array. Now with the
absolutely disgusted. Set to do.
When we're adding a new element, all we're doing is we're just creating a new array with everything that the to-do list had before, and the new task that we want to add. But when we want to delete something, we actually need to use something called the filter function. Now the filter function, I mentioned that it is important for you to already know this, but if you don't, I'll go over really quickly what this is. So imagine you have an array over here, right? This is an example. If I had an array which had the following elements. It had the name Pedro, it had the name Jessica, and it had the name James. And I want to get this array, keep it the same, like create a new variable over here, right? Call it new array. But the difference is I want to keep every element in this array, but Pedro. So I want to delete Pedro from this array. I want to create a new array which Pedro isn't in there anymore. To do that, I could do the following. I could say array.filter, like this. Then it's going to loop through every element, and I can grab the element in the array like this. Let me call it name over here. And for each element, I'm going to ask, okay, if the name is equal to Pedro, then return false, else return true. So we're going to say else over here, return true. So why are we doing something like this? Well, the filter function, it takes in a function inside of it, which you return true to the elements you want to keep and false to the elements you don't want to keep. So in this case, we're just asking, okay, if the name variable, so if the element in the array is equal to Pedro, then return false. If it's not, return true. So I'll explain why this is useful for our case, because we can just go through every element in the to-do list and say, okay, if the task is equal to the task name, then remove it. If it's not, keep it. So return false when the task is equal to the task name, and return true when it's not. So we could do something exactly like that. I'm going to delete this over here, and I'm going to again create a new to-do list. So new to-do list, set it equal to the old to-do list.filter, like this. And I'm going to loop through each of them. And for each task in this to-do list, we're going to run the same logic. We're going to say if the task.
Bro, why is it so hard to remove a single item? Oh my god. Oh, okay. It's because the onClick handler needs a function reference. You can't call a function in it when you're calling the function, but you need to turn it back into a function reference by doing. Yeah, that's what I think we already did here. Nish, bro, one suggestion: once you start Discord, please post about jobs and internships. And that's the main goal of it, bro. That's the main goal. Just how to get them, because I don't want to give all the free information on stream, which is why I'm trying to like get us to like the 1,000 subscribers, so that like everyone who, because I have a lot of stuff like planned for that. So I just want to build a proper community, which we will have at about 1,000 subscribers, and then from there I'm just gonna lay out everything I have, and then bring in some very smart people who know what they're talking about. And eventually the plan is like, join, if you're part of the original right now to get us to 1K, you'll get access to the Discord for free. Anyone else who comes after, well, all, it's not gonna be expensive, but like I'm not gonna give all this information out for free, right? So if you do want to be in the Discord and stuff, like not you guys, because you guys are OGs, so for you guys it's gonna be free to get in. But like after a while, I'm gonna plan to make it subscription based. But anyone who's originally joined, it's free for you guys. Let's see what he did said to do. Oh, he was making a new to-do list. Const. He's just gonna show us an easier way to do this as well. Just watch. Const new to-do list. Equal to do dot filter task. And then if task equals to yay. If task equal to task name. Sorry, I have to put it in brackets.
Is equal to the task name that we're grabbing from this from the map over here, from the call of the function. Then return false, because we don't want to keep it. Else over here, we want to return true. So we will then.
So we return false if we don't want it, and then return true if we do. Makes sense. And then from there we set to-do list. Why is this getting an error? Oh, I have to state the type. We might have to change that later. Yo, where is the chat, boys? Where is the chat? We will not sleep until chat shows up. Gotta hear from you guys, man.
Then have an array with everything but the element we want to delete, which is the whole point of this. And then we can just set the to-do list to be equal to that.
New to-do list. Well, we obviously don't want a semicolon, we want a colon. No, sorry, we don't want a colon, we want a semicolon. So that should remove anything yeah, look at that, boys. Look at that. Is that not clean? Sorry. I probably shouldn't do this line. Doesn't make sense to do it. But try wash the dishes. Add task. Clean my room. Add task. Go to sleep. Dude, I'm saying the worst tasks ever. This is so dumb. And there. Sick.
So we can test this by coming over here and adding more elements to our to-do list. So I'm going to say do homework.
This says
And
crude back.
I'm going to say wash dishes. And you'll see that now when we click on the delete button, I can delete do homework, and do homework is not here anymore because it looped through every element in the list and it deleted all of them which had the name do homework. Now, if you look at this logic over here, it looks kind of complicated because it has like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 lines of code. You can actually make this into one line of code.
What did I say? I said he was gonna do some stupid shit where he's like, oh, there's an easier way to do this. There's a one line. There's a way to write it with one line of code. I literally knew he was gonna do this.
Looks a lot better. Why can you do something like that? Well, because you can just say something like this. Instead of having an if-else statement, you can just say return if the task is not equal to the task name. So what it's going to do is if it is equal to the task.
This guy's non-serious, bro. Return task not equal to task name. Most non-serious guy ever. Just curious, what's your plan for Discord community? Can you reveal anything? Mainly giving tips on how to be more successful in your actual job applications, making sure your resume is on point, how to apply, where to apply, how to get to places where you can apply the most, or how to find the most job postings where you don't have as much competition. And just like normal tips. Programming with Roki. Hi, how are you? I'm good, man. How are you? Thank you for joining stream. But Nish, I'll get more into that once we do hit the 1,000 subscribers.
Name, which is the element we want to delete, then it will return false. If
we're just working on some React, we're making a to-do list, following a tutorial, of course, but it is my first time working with React, so it's kind of fun seeing how this works, and I think I can do this a lot by myself as well, but I'm learning a lot of new things right now.
If it is not, for every element, it will return true. You'll see that the same logic now still works, right? If I add do.
I'm fine. That's good to hear, bro. That's good to hear. Also, programming with Roki, if you ain't subscribed, bro, you gotta smash the subscribe button. We on the road to 1K, as I was just talking about. So it would be really helpful if you guys could subscribe.
Homework over here, and
so he's saying this is just an alternative to what we already had. And yeah, Bob. Nice, sick.
Wash dishes, and I delete wash dishes. It will delete wash dishes and keep do homework, meaning it's working. You can even condense this even further by removing the curly braces over here and the return statement, and just doing something like this, and it will still work because that's just how JavaScript works.
This guy's pissing me off, honestly. What is this, bro? If it was that easy, you should have just said that in the beginning. Bro made me whole ass do some random shit. There. If that's all I had to do, why'd you make me go through the pain of everything? Wow, look, it still works.
And even better, like I mentioned over here, we don't even have to create a new variable. We can even just grab this and put it inside of here. And this whole logic is now condensed into a single line of code, which still works. And it's...
Why didn't you just do this in the beginning? Like, I get, like, maybe, like, okay, you're trying to, like, you know, like, teach us and all that. But, bro, you could have made my life, like, way easier.
Inside of here. And this whole logic is now condensed into a...
Kind of mad about this now. Kind of mad. Bro did me dirty. Let's just see if it works. It does indeed work.
a single line of code, which still works, and it's amazing. You can see, I can still delete it. So it's looking perfect, right? But there's an issue with this, an issue that I purposefully didn't tell you guys till now, because I feel like I need to go through the wrong part first, then explain to you guys why we're gonna fix this in a different way. So the issue is the following. If I write a task called do homework over here, and I write another task called do homework again, right? I want to be able to delete the first do homework without deleting both of it at the same time, right? It doesn't matter if I have two tasks with the
Wait, why is that an issue? Is that actually a thing? Oh.
same name. They're different tasks because I added them separately, right? But at the moment, this won't be possible because if I delete one of them, it deletes
Yeah, because he's taking the name, and then whenever you get that name, then you just have to remove it. Right.
both, because what it's doing right now is it's looping through every element in the array, and it's deleting all of them with the name equal to the name that we want to delete. So if two elements have the same name, both of them will be deleted, which is not good at all.
Yeah, but why do we have to do, like, it's, if you think about it, right? Like, why are we doing the same task twice? That makes no sense, but...
So what we can do to fix something like this is we have to have some sort of identifier to differentiate each task in the list. Now, what kind of identifier we can use?
I'm not gonna do for my task in a day, go to sleep twice. Like, go to sleep, go to sleep. Like, no one but to put in their to-do list for the day, go to sleep, and then they're gonna go to sleep. Like, why would you do them separately? But I mean, yeah, it's still a good learning point. It's still a good learning point. Let's see.
Well, an identifier that is extremely common in every web development project out there, which is a variable called ID for each element in the list. So now, instead of having a to-do list, which is just an array of strings, right? An array that is like do homework or just a string, right? We can now have actually each task be an object, like this, an object, which has an ID, for example, 1, and a task name, which is equal to...
Ooh, fair, brush teeth. That's right. But you could do brush teeth morning, brush teeth night. But I guess you're right.
Do homework. Right? With this way, we're now going to have more information for each task, which we can use to differentiate them. And you'll see how this can grow to be
just use the index, or I guess in this case
even better
ID,
with do homework or just a string, right? We can now have actually each task be an object, like this, an object, which has an ID, for example, 1, and a task name, which is equal to do homework. Right? With this way, we're now going to have more information for each task, which we can use to differentiate them. And you'll see how this can grow to be even better when we write the part of updating the task. So this is what we want. We want to change this to, instead of taking strings inside of this array, we're going to take an object, which is going to have an ID and a task name. So let's delete this over here because I was just explaining to you guys. And how we're going to do this is, first of all, when we add a new task, we don't want to just set the new array to be equal to the old array plus the new task, because new task is a string and not an object. What we want to do is, we're going to create this object over here for whenever we want to add a task, which will have an ID, and it's going to have a task name, which is what we said we wanted before. Task name, we know it will be the value for new task, and we'll just pass this over here. But what will we put for the ID? Well, the first element in the list, we want the ID to be 1, right? Because it's the first element in the list.
Yeah.
The second one, we want it to be 2. The third one, it will be 3. So what we want to do is we want to
ID plus 1
grab the element in the array before the current one and just add 1 to that ID. So it would be something like this. I would say to-do list, then go to-do list.length, like this, -1, meaning we want to go to the previous one, the previous element, the last element before the one that we want to add right now, and we're going to grab the ID for that element and add 1 to it. If you're confused by this logic, I can go over again. Basically, we're just grabbing...
No, that makes sense, bro. That makes sense, don't worry. He's not actually talking to me, by the way. I'm just pretending like I'm talking to him. I am pretending like me and him are friends when we are indeed not friends at all. He doesn't know of my existence. Let's do this then. Const task equals curly brackets, and then we do our ID, which would be our to-do list. I just call mine to-do, but to-do dot length -1. So that would be the index that we're getting it from, and then we add 1 to that, so we increment it. Bro, what is this? My prettier is not working, so that's kind of annoying. Okay, and then for our task name, we do new task, because I mean that's what we were originally using. I'm getting an error because I think I've already used this. Expected, I think semicolon. Or no, sorry, expected comma. I don't know why, but...
the idea of the last element and we're adding 1 to it because now we're adding a new element and we want the ID to increment by 1, right? That makes sense. But there's an issue with this. An issue that is pretty obvious. Initially, the array is empty, so there's no ID to the last element. So what we can do is we can ask over here first, if the to-do list.length is equal to 0, right? We're going to use the ternary operator. We're going to say if it's equal to 0, then the ID will be 1. Else, we'll just grab the previous element like we
W itinerary operator. Type user equals ID number task string. Where? To do dot length question mark equals 0. 3 equal signs, and then you do 1 else, and then this. Oh, task name string. Oh, you mean like make an interface for it? Because I might have to end up making one. We'll see if I get the
before,
error.
and we're going to add 1 to it. So
right now it's just not being used.
if it's a second element, it will be 2. If it's a third, it will be 3. I understand if this is a bit confusing, especially because we're in the beginning of the course, but if you guys are interested, just let me know any questions in the description and I'll be able to answer everything. Also, we have a community on Discord, which is going over this course. So if you're interested in checking that out, just go in the description. You'll see the link for the Discord. So this logic makes sense to me. I hope it makes sense for you too, but let's continue forward. So we're here now. We are adding a new task, which is perfect. But despite the logic here being correct, it's breaking now. If you're interested in checking that out, just go in the description. You'll see the link for
Set to do. Why does he write as okay, because I do have to change it to task. I'll have to change string to user. Let's see when. Oh, I think he's gonna probably end up mentioning that actually. Okay, we'll just follow his thing for now, and then I think he's just gonna do what you're talking about. Oh, okay. So you're right. I do have to do the interface. So interface. And then do I just call it task or user? User. I'll just copy paste your thing if I can. Call it task. Task. Why is this getting an error? Does anyone know what's going on? Yo, Thopu, you're 2 hours into the stream, but you are here indeed. Okay, interface doesn't have. Okay. Got it. How's it going? It's going well, man. We're just learning some React right now, making a to-do list app. It's kind of fun. Just enjoying ourselves. Almost done with the to-do list app, actually. Why is this still getting an error? So I think of here I have to do the type task, right? Task. No. No worries, dog. Don't worry about it. Oh, you're saying here where I do the to do or the actual task. No, this is getting an error. Nothing. We were just going through some tutorials. Nothing too crazy, and use state string instead of. Yeah, but Lidron, I'm getting an error for that as well. So no, not there, but here. What's the quick fix? I don't know. Let's see what GPT says. .id. Oh, I just did it. I just wrote it wrong. That's on me. That's just on me. Why is this getting an error though? Also, it's task name, not task. Where? Oh, here. No, I'm just going based off what
or the Discord. So this logic makes sense to me. I hope it makes sense for you too, but let's continue forward. So over here now, we are adding a new task, which is perfect. But
I'll do the interface. You want me to do it outside the function? This part I have to do, I think. Oh, task name. Yes. Okay. Yeah, you're right. Thank you for that, guys. That's just the little differences of TypeScript and JavaScript.
But despite the logic here being correct, it's breaking now. You see, it's breaking. Every time I want to add a new task, it breaks. The reason is because we updated the format of the to-do list.
Let's see, go to sleep. Yeah, it's breaking.
Of how it looks of this array. Now instead of being a string, it's an actual object. So when we're displaying over here, we can't just say something like display the task, because the task now is an object and not a string. If I want to display like it was before, I have to say task.taskName, like this.
That's true. He's right. My thing actually shows an error. I don't know why his doesn't show errors.
And you'll see that now it's adding as well. But the button, the delete button, is still broken because it looks like it isn't, but it is still broken because basically we're passing the whole object over here when instead of that we want to actually pass the ID, and now we want to delete the element by using the ID instead of using.
So we'll do task.id. Done. Because he doesn't have TypeScript. Yeah, I'm just working on TypeScript myself right now. I think I fixed it. No, the button doesn't even work. What?
Using the task name. So we're going to change this to say task.id. And instead of this delete task function, all we're going to do is we're going to change this to ID. And we're going to say.
Oh, my bad. That's on me. That's on me. That's on me. I didn't even realize. I didn't realize I had to change it here. So I just, because JS is funky. JS low-key is funky, yeah. Now I'm a TypeScript warrior, so.
If the task.id is not equal to the ID that we just passed, then you want to delete it.
Okay, now it should all work, hopefully. Damn, okay. If we kind of make the CSS look better, this app can actually look really clean. I have fun. Eat food. Go brush teeth. I think it'd be cooler if he actually displayed the ID like on each one. I don't know though. Go to sleep. And then remove. Cool.
Right? So let's try that again. Let's say do homework. We're going to even write it twice. But now, what I want, we can see now we can have multiple tasks with the same name. So our project is looking kind of nice, right? My plan with this is I want to actually just add some CSS right now so it looks a little bit better. I know a lot of people like to see something visually pleasing while they work with. So I'm going to just write some CSS, come back with the CSS. You'll be able to see the CSS. If you even want to copy the CSS, the link for the code will be in the description, so you can just check it out. And then we're going to come back to do the exercise for this episode, which you guys will write it, and I'll show you guys the solution after you guys write it. So just like I did in the previous episodes. So I'll be back in a second after I've written some CSS just to show you guys how it looks. Okay, everyone, so we're back, and this is the CSS changes that I made. It's not a lot. I just changed the color of this, made it look like semi-okay. I don't care that much about CSS. Like I said, the whole point of this course is React and not CSS. We can see this is how it looks now. Still works the same. We can add more. We can add tasks. We can add multiple tasks and just delete them. And
Alright, let's steal bros. Honestly, I'm gonna ask GPT to give me some cool CSS. Let's see what GPT does for the CSS. Write some good CSS for this to-do list app? Let's see what my homie GPT says. You can add the ID on line 15. Oh yeah, I think we got that already, but oh, you're saying add the ID like here? Yeah, we could actually just right here. Task.id and then space it a little. And how do I like just do a little like dot? Like dot. Like how do I add a string to this? Okay, I think I got it. Like that. It's kind of cool. But it doesn't switch the ID though. Like, okay, go to sleep. Yeah, kind of looks good. Let's just hope GPT gives some nice CSS. Alright, let's see. Alright, we already had one here, but not bad, GPT. I'm not mad at that at all. Have fun. What do you guys think? Do homework? What do you guys think of the CSS for our little to-do list app that GPT wrote? Eat breakfast. Clean, no? Go to sleep. Go to school. Let's do that. Kind of cool. Looks great. Yeah. Decent.
If you're interested in just copying the CSS, which again is not, it's abstract a lot of logic into a single component. There is a on a different value for some sort of data, such as the task name and the ID. So if I wanted to create a component for representing this, I could come over here and I could create a file called task.
So you just make a new like task.tsx. Now clear the input after every add task. Yeah, you're right. Do you want me to how do I clear it though? Do you know how to? Yeah, I mean, I could set new task to empty, but yeah, I had that before, but I don't know. I felt like it was kind of because it wouldn't get rid of it from the actual like here. Like it wouldn't clear it after I pressed the button, so I think I'd have to do something else for that, but I don't know. Let's see. Let's just make the component really quickly as well. Task.
For example, and I would just create the component which
I just accidentally. Wait, why is this getting an error? Task.tsx. Why do I put tsk? Where's the K? TSX. Here.
we all know is just over here. So I can just copy this and paste it over here. Now, obviously, we need to take.
And then he's gonna export this, right? That's my guess. Task equals, and then let's do this is, where's the return? Right here. So we'll just put this in there. We'll put this in our component file. This is just for it to look neater though, right?
Can props for this to work. So over here at the top, we can just say props like this, and
props. Yeah, forgot about the props.
Simply come over here and say props.task name and props.
Props, and then props. Type any. I'm getting a hang of it, guys, not gonna lie. This is just like what I've done 4 hours of React, 4.5 pushing right now, but getting a hang of it.
.id. Same thing as before, it just works the same way, but the difference now is instead of having all this stuff over here, I could just have a return and return the task component that we just created, right? It just abstracted the.
Get rid of all of this. All of this just goes away. And then we return task. I have to import it, no? I feel like I have to import it. Yeah, I'd probably have to import it. I don't know why it's not. Sorry, export here.
The whole logic for that, the whole UI for that, and put it in a different file in a different component. Now we have to import this component. So I'm going to come over here and I want to export this, right, by exporting. And then over here I can just say import from, and then we put the path to that file. So it's the task file because it is in the same.
Yeah. Import from /task. And then I'm still getting a couple errors though.
Level, and then I just want to import the task component. So now
Oh, I have to, okay, here, task, right there. How am I still getting the error here?
this should be working the exact same way, but we do have to pass the props that we determined that we need to get over here. The two props that we
Does anyone know why this is getting an error?
need is a task name prop and an ID prop. So we'll just come over here and say task name like this, and we'll pass the task.task name, and we'll get an ID, which is task.id.
I have to export the interface as well. Fair. Yeah, error went away. To call it the interface task props or what? Okay, yeah, task props. Now I'm getting, I guess I have to put it here too. like I also have to do task props. Or make a new import statement and then call it task props. Like that. Oh, task there. Should fix it. And then here for task name, we do equal to task dot task name, and then ID equals task dot ID. That should be everything.
So now we get both of those pieces of information directly from the props, and it should be working the exact same way. Oh, it says delete task is not defined. Oh, so that's another thing I wanted to mention. We have this delete task function over here, right? And we need to access it inside of the task component. But how exactly are we going to do something like that? Well, the way we can do something like that is by, for example, passing this delete task function inside of as props for this task component. Now we could copy this and paste it over here, and you would imagine that this would work the same way, but it wouldn't because we don't have access to the set to-do list. Or
where's my interface? My interface is here in the other component.
Or the to-do list inside of our component. We could pass both of those pieces of information as props, but it's much easier for us to, instead of doing something like this over here, we can just say props.deleteTask and just grab
delete task, sorry.
For us to, instead of doing something like this over here, we can just say props.deleteTask and
this just cleans everything up.
just pass the delete task as a prop to this component, just like this. So if you didn't know this, you can pass everything as prop. Task as a prop to this component, just like this. So if you didn't know this, you can pass everything as prop. You can pass variables just like.
So wait, what?
Component, just like this. So if you didn't know this, you can pass everything as prop.
So we just did that as a prop. Delete task equals delete. Okay.
You can pass variables just like numbers and strings, but you can also pass functions. So we're just passing this to this component, the task component, and accessing it over here. And you can see that it still works the exact same way as before, which is amazing. So this is how we would abstract this, make this look a little bit better, because now we just have this task component and all the UI is over here. So now what I want to do is I want to present you guys the exercise for this episode. The exercise is creating the update functionality, like I mentioned in the.
So before we check that, let's just see if everything's okay. Go to sleep. So everything works. Let's see. Let's go back to this.
In the beginning. So what is the update functionality? Well, I want to have a little button over here in the task, like similar to the delete button. We can have another button right over here, and we'll just say complete. And when I save this, you'll see that this is how the button looks, right? So what I want is to be able to click on this complete button over here, and it will make the task be completely green, right? So every task that you complete, it will become green to symbolize that.
I think I can do that. Yeah, I could probably easily do that. At least I feel like I could. Button. I mean, I'd like it for it to look clean. Complete. Sorry, what's wrong with me and my caps, bro? Complete. Oh, let's see. It doesn't show up. Oh, no, sorry, I have to actually write something. I probably want it to come before, right? Just cause look nicer coming before it. Complete. And then I'd probably want to change the CSS for this to be green in the end. And then this will actually look really good. Yo, you're killing it, bro. This is amazing. Appreciate it, Amin Bagiri, bro. Appreciate it. Glad to have you back, man. Glad to have you back. You pulled up, but there's not that many viewers right now. But we're like an hour, 2 hours plus in. No, there's like 5. But yeah, wish you all the best. Have a good stream. Appreciate it, man. This is Amin Bagiri, bro. You guys check out his channel. I think he's coming back to YouTube very soon. So yeah, guys, definitely check out his channel, bro. He's a really sick content creator, and he gives a lot of good tips on tech as well. He's actually working in the tech industry, so definitely give his channel a subscribe and check out all his videos. They're really helpful. And yeah, he's the reason I started all of this. So yeah, glad to have you here, man.
That the task has been completed. To do that, I'll give you a hint. You have to create a new property inside of inside of this object over here. Instead of just having each task having an ID and a task name, you can have another thing, for example, called completed, which will be a Boolean, like false or.
That's smart. That is smart. We'll make a Boolean completed is true, false. Obviously, we're gonna start with false. And then what else can we do? What could we do here? We have false, and then yeah, I can't keep watching his thing because that would be cheating. Make the complete button, and then when that button, so on click, we would do a on click equals. Now what do we want to do when we complete it? He said set it green, the color of the task. That's what he said, I think. So currently, where is it? I'm in error right now, so I can't really show you guys, but currently it's black. We deal with the CSS here and the app.css, which is here, and that deals with the, where is the background color border list h1. Okay, yeah, so here. So I mean, to do that specifically, on click, I guess I could make a constant that toggles it from black to green. Sorry, I could make a method that toggles it from black to green. But would I write that here, or would I write that? Yeah, I'd have to write it here, and then yeah. So I'd do it the same way I did this. So, and then bruh. Shit glitching, bro. What's going on? Props dot. Okay, this is. I'm gonna get off this tab, bro. This thing messing around, and then we'll call it a change complete or something. Change complete, and then we'll pass the props ID, which I'd assume that's what we would do, right? Pass the props ID, and then we'll define that in our app.tsx here, where we would do const, and then what was it? We called it change complete. Yeah. And then, bro, I'm pressing shift. Oh, never mind, bro. I just don't know how to use my keyboard. I just whole ass don't know how to use my keyboard. That's crazy. Change complete equals, sorry. And then this is where we got to know what we're doing really. We take our task, or yeah, we take our task, and then no, wait, I gotta think about it. This is actually a good exercise, bro.
True, and use that to do this on your own. I'll also tell you that for updating something like this,
yeah, okay, wait, since we do have that Boolean, and then on click we set that boolean to true, and then we call change complete, and then we would loop through the list. So we'd do the to-do.filter. No, I wouldn't do to-do.filter. I'd just do to-do.map. Hint use map. Yeah. To-do.map. Right. To-do.map. And then to-do.map, and then how did I do it last time? I took the ID, right? We did task. Would we take task and ID or just ID? I guess I'd just take the whole object, right? Whatever, we'll just take the whole object task, and then to-do task, to-do.map task, sorry. And then like that, and then I want to fix the brackets first. Like that. Guys, you can't tell me. I have to figure this out. I can't get spoiled. I gotta figure this out myself. To-do.map task. And then we'll do the if task dot completed. If task dot completed, yeah, we'll just do that because it's a boolean. And we called it completed. Why is this getting an error? Untype task props. Oh, because, yeah, he did it differently. Wait, why did he?
You will not like false or true, and use that to change the value, and use that to determine which tasks are completed or not. Now, I'm going to obviously show you how this is, like the solution for this, but I want you to do this on your own. I'll also tell you that.
So how, when we're doing this, like how do we know which one to, well, it would be false when you add it though. So that's fine. I just have to add it to the interface. So I'd add it here. I would add it here. And what did I call it again? Completed. And then boolean. How do you call it a boolean in this? Just like that. Okay, that should fix the error for task.com. Where's the new error now? Where is my error, bro? Where's the error? It's saying there's an error. Do you guys know where the error is? Because I don't see one, but it's saying, oh, here. Why is this an error? Expression. Oh, yeah. So if task dot completed, would I also have to add a color component to it? Okay. So if task dot completed, bro, this is it would be so much easier. Close the if statement. Yeah, just change that. Just 1 second, guys. Sorry, I'm getting a text. Lol, you're always a step ahead of me. I guess, bro. I guess it's that coding expertise. If task dot completed, bro, I gotta think right now. How would I change it? I'd do something with style, right? 100% something to do with style. I guess I would go task name, task name color or some shit. I don't even know. How do you change you change the style, right? It's 100% that. Has to be. I don't know. Guys, give me a hint. Is it to do with style equals? because right now this is how it's getting changed. I mean, if I didn't have errors, I could actually see what's going. Oh, I do have. So it's red. So list button. And then list one. So this is black. So list H1 black. So now you have to set completed. Remember, you're taking ID as an argument to the function. For this, wait. Oh yeah, props.id. Okay, yeah, you're right. I would have to put that here too. ID of type any. Then wouldn't I have to map through the ID? If I'm not mistaken? No? Because the to-do I'm doing right now, to-do.map task, I can't do that then. Am I, because right now, Lidran, I'm doing, first we change the value to completed. Okay, so don't worry about the map right now. But if I'm taking the ID, right, and then how do I get the actual, like, shouldn't I do props.task, or actually just put in task, like the object, and then from there take it? That's what I would assume is how you would do it. Or no, okay, I can do it. Never mind, my bad. I figured it out. I figured it out. Leave CSS, write the logic. CSS is trash for devs. Okay. Okay, let's think. I think I get what to do now. So I would just do task dot completed is true. Bro, why did I do caps? Task dot complete. Bro, why is it doing caps? Bro, I don't want the cap. Equals true. Cannot find name task. Huh. What is that? What do I do? Task dot completed. If I can't even do that, then, or okay, no, wait, while I'm, I don't know, I'm really confused right now. Do I just take it in as an object? Diraj Yadav, hello. Hey Diraj, what's up? Nice to have you back, man. Lidran, do you know how I should do it? Should I like take task in as a argument? Or should I not take it in as an argument? To-do.map task, if task dot completed, then you are mapping to find the task by ID and modify it. How the map, give me a second to explain how the map works. Map gives you new array. So the map gives me a new array. Okay. That variable would that keep changing? I'm not sure what do you mean by that. I'll ask GPT what does dot map do. Huh. I don't know, I'm really confused. Map returns the result of the callback in an array. Filter returns the record for which the callback returns true. Simple. I know filter returns a new, when you map over an array, you're taking a new function. You're taking a new function with an argument that references each element in the array. Now, whatever you return from that function inside the map will change the value for that index in the array. No, don't worry about it, bro. You're good. You're good. Thank you. I kind of get what you mean. Parameter task. So this loops through each element in the array. This goes through each element. And we check if it's completed, then I guess then you would change the green to green, right? The task name. So task name and task name dot color. Could I even do that? I don't know. To do the map task. Your goal is to set it to complete. It's not completed yet. Yeah, but I'm getting this error on doing task.completed, right? That's my issue right now. No, I want to take that specific chance. You will use the set value for completed later on. So should I do a useState? I should probably do a useState, right? Const check completed set completed equals use state. It's a string, right, for colors? I mean, it starts off with black, right? Or no, are we just gonna start it off with false? And then in this, then I would set completed to true. You basically map through the array, and I sent you something in Discord. Nope, you don't need new state. You'll end up setting the. Okay, I will check what you sent me. I'll check what you sent me on Discord. So I don't have to change the state. Here's where my incompetencies come to play. So worry about CSS after. Just worry about changing the value completed for now. And Anton said you basically map through the array and return the array in a new form where the selected task is updated using the ID. Okay. So would I just do task.id.completed? Or yeah, I'd assume that's how I do it. Although I don't know. Or would I do to do and then okay. I'm getting an idea, but I'll check with the rest of you. Also, if you guys are new here, bro, please smash the subscribe button. We're on the road to 1K. Okay, if some condition. Okay, if task. Okay, I saw what you sent as well, Lejeune. Wait, I just realized what I had to do, and now I forgot. So wouldn't I just do dot I to do and then ID? Isn't that how I would do it? -1. Would I do -1? How does indexing work in arrays here? Wouldn't it be or would I just do it like this? Equals to do ID. No. That's wrong. I think that's wrong. I don't think I can do it like that. So this is fine. I'll stick to this part and just change it to completed, which is what you guys asked me. If task. So is the condition supposed to be completed? Like, is this condition that I have here, am I supposed to check if it's completed or no? Oh, you're giving me the last hint? Right. What is my last hint? We're gonna go for it now. We got the last hint, we gotta go for it. Copy my code in Discord and just think about what you have to set for some condition and you're okay. Let's do that. So Lidrin said I gotta just figure out what to do. Read the previous message. You basically map through the array and return in a new form where the selected task is updated to completed true using the ID, and you set the full list with. Okay, I got it. I think I got it. Okay, now I actually get what you guys mean. Okay, if task the ID equal ID, then return task dot completed. Then return true. No, wait, I would change task dot completed. Or you're not using this though, because the guy said to use this. But I mean, maybe I just do a task dot completed like this instead of the return statement as equal to true. And then we could return the task. And now, is that right? I think that's right. And then, what do you guys think now? I just have to work on the CSS, right? Or what? What is it now? Do I work on the CSS? I think I got it. Okay, I got it. Now do I work on the CSS? I don't think if I press the actual, like, because it's not going to change the color, because he wants me to change it to green. That was the main objective of it. He wants the thing to change to green, like the task, which is what I was kind of worried about. Like, if I press complete, like, it'll be completed, but I want this color of this to... One thing, though. What's up? What's up? I have to set the state. But I thought I didn't have to do that. You guys told me I'm just mapping over the array. What do you mean set the state? Like use the useState? Make a useState for it? But I thought you guys said I didn't have to do that. So do I use it or do I not use it? Set to do. Oh, okay, I understand. And then set to do. So just this line. Do I call this something? Do I just like put all the code in here? Maybe. Just literally like put all this in here. That might be the move. Is that what I do? Do I do return task though, or should I not worry about it? I don't think I need to worry about that, right? What happens if I comment this out? Okay, no, I got an error. Yeah, I have to return task. Okay. So I just have to change the CSS now, right? So what do I do then? What do I'm guessing I don't use it here. Or when I go through this, I guess I look at it. Because I do have it as a thing now. Huh. Here. I'll do change complete. Pass it as a prop and then use the value from the object in the task component. So I'm using it here. So what am I exactly doing? So I think I passed it as a prop, no? Or do I have to, yeah, I think I passed it as a prop. Did I not? And now I just, but I have to change the CSS, so I have to make this green. And use the value from the object in the task component. Can you try the sum divisors efficiently? What does that mean, Carlos? You have to pass the completed as a prop. Where do I pass it as a prop? Where though? Anton, what line? What line do I put that in props.completed? 62. Why did I put payment to response? What the heck? I think in this case task.completed. Bro, what am I doing? This is actually annoying. Task dot completed. Yes. I mean, I don't know what that would do. Efficient algorithm to calculate the sum of all divisors of a given number. I have Leet Code day tomorrow, Carlos. If you tune in tomorrow, I can try that out. Yeah, I put that in, guys. I don't think it did anything. Right now, all I'm doing is when I press complete, it just calls the change complete on the on click in the task component. Yeah, that's all I have to do. I have to change the color. So I don't know what I do, like an if statement. If completed, then like in this, like return task name. Like how would I put an if statement here? Would I go if I don't think I can do the H1 part. No, you're good, bro. Yeah, I think that's how you do it. But yeah, I'd have to do that in the task component, right? So here. And then H1 style right here. H1 style. No, you're good, Legion. I was struggling anyways. I think I was close though. But yeah, I'll try writing it myself though, like color. And then if we'll do the ternary operator. Task.completed. Task.completed. Question mark. And green. Dude, wow. Oh, props. Else we'll do black. That should work. I think so. Go to sleep. Nice. Let's go, guys. We got it. I think I got it. Put in the button. Yeah. Let's let's go to this apps.css list button. I'll do a dot list. I want to change the CSS so my complete button is green. I got there in the end though with a lot of help. Kind of got there, kind of didn't. You guys like helped a lot though, not gonna lie. But I would say we did end up thankfully getting there in the end, so that's great. That's a W. We take the W's though. We take them W's. Let's just see. Let's change our CSS. Oh, bro, I got rid of the. Yeah, I do understand 100%. Just copy the style. Oh, okay, yeah, you're right, you're right. Let me just Control Z this, and then go to the button part, and then go on my app.tsx. No, it wasn't here. And then this. And then we'll go back to our CSS and then the button. This is not gonna work. How is this gonna work though? Can this work? With the like props, the completed thing. Oh, it's still inline. So just like this. Or wait, do I do it in the CSS or no? I don't think this is gonna work. Where do I put it? In the button style? Oh, in the button. Okay, okay, okay. I got it. I got it. I got it. Here is what you mean. Wait, no, I don't even want it to be green. I just want it to be, wait, why am I making I want the background to be black. Sorry, no. I want it to be green. And then quotations. Bro, I'm terrible at CSS. Oh, I now have this error. Let's do that one more time. Green. I think you're supposed to change the background color, I think. Yeah, background color. I'll put that. That should fix it. Yeah, we hit 3 hours on stream today. No. Oh shit. Wrong thing. Wait, why is this getting an error? I don't know. Do you guys know how to fix it? Background with a capital C. Yeah, I think that fixed it. Yeah, works. Sick. That's clean, yo. That's actually clean. Go to sleep. Complete. Nice. We did it, boys. We did it. Oh, they're all camel case separated. I am eat food, brush teeth. Okay, we got there. Clean, boys, clean. That is clean. Awesome shit, bro. That's actually a W. Oh, if I have it at red at the start, then you do the ternary operator. Yeah, I guess that's fair. Like, okay, then I could just do this, like red like this. And then when I do it, like, go to sleep. Oh, this is typed so badly. I am hungry. What's hungry? Maybe. We could change. Do you guys like it black or what? Or what's a neutral color? I feel like I could just keep it a black. Anyways, let's see his solution.
For updating complete task function, which is the main port where we work with some logic, right? So I mentioned that you guys want to use the map function because the map function allows you to loop.
Yeah, I just did that, but oh, you're saying the button as green or red? I feel like complete should always just be green though, right? I feel like that just makes it look nice. Like press green and then the plus complete, like the X is red. Complete screen. I don't know.
Through the to-do list or any array, and for each element, you can change its element depending on some sort of condition. So over here, the condition is if the ID of the task is equal to the ID that we want to complete, then I want the element in that list, that element, then I want that specific element to remain the same, but the completed property in it, so this thing over here, will now be true instead of false.
I guess,
so
yeah, that's a better way to write it.
And if you've never seen this syntax over here, the 3 dots mean the spread operator. It means that you basically, is this structure, you're basically saying that you want to keep the whole object the same, but the field completed will be now set to true. And if it's not the element that we want to complete, then we return task because it is just, we want to keep it the same. So if you're not familiar with map, then it's one of the things that I assume you should know for this course. It's a JavaScript function, but this is the whole point of it. Whatever you return, it will be replaced in the list. So we're replacing, in this case, with completed equals true. In this case, we're not replacing at all. We're just keeping it the same. And then we pass this complete task function to our task as props. And we also pass the completed property from the task as props as well. Because now, in our task over here, we call that complete task function just like we did with the delete task, like this. And also, to make it green, we add a style to our div like we did in the previous episode. And this style, we change its background color depending on if it's completed or not. If it's completed, we make it green. If it's not, we make it white. And all of this allows us to have a project, a to-do list that works.
So he did it in a different way. He did it like, what'd you guys say? Text is red. Yeah, it's a better way to write a task complete true was what I was going for, but yours worked just as well too. Yeah, that's just like some JavaScript stuff that I should have looked into. Let's see what else. Yeah, I might just put the style instead of in the h1 tag. Just put it in the, if I just put this like that, take it out of there, and then put it in where he put class name, or he did a new div. No, he didn't do a new div. He just did it here. Class name equals task, and then there you do the style. See how that looks. 1 second, guys. I'm gonna get a call. Sorry, I'm back, guys. Wait, it's not working now. I thought it would have done something.
Now, in our task over here.
Oh, he does background color. Background color. Dude, what's up with the caps, bro? Background color. This is frustrating. Okay, maybe you guys were right. I don't know if it's worth putting it as white. Go to bed. It's black. Oh no, we'd want it white, right? This looks goofy. White. Go to bed. Complete. Yeah, I don't know. What do you guys think? Eat breakfast. Eat breakfast. Cool. It's nice.
We call that complete task function just like we did with the delete task, like that, on if it's completed or not. If it's completed, we make it green. If it's not, in React, we're doing a lot of thing for me in the beginning, but just being able to play around with the code and understanding everything really helped out. The point that I want you guys to spend the most time understanding is how the add addition part of the to-do list works, how the deletion works, and how the updating or the completing works. Because this over here will be massively useful for us later on in the course. Understanding the filter and the map function are extremely important. Also understanding the part where we just separate into a component and how props work. It'll just refresh your knowledge on stuff that we've worked in the past. So I would recommend you also spending some time. If you want to check out the code, we'll all be in the description. And this is basically it for this episode. This was probably one of the longest episodes, especially in the beginning portion of the course, because it is a long topic and it is a very important one. So if you're interested in watching more videos, just keep around and feel free to leave a comment down below asking whatever you want. I'll be there to answer. If you like the video, please leave a like down below and comment which one is next. Subscribe because I'm going to be posting 3 times a week this course.
Alright, I think that's green on green doesn't make sense. True. What do you guys think then? What should I make the color of the complete button? I guess I could just make it what's a good color for complete? I don't know, yellow? Can do yellow. I feel like that's a dumb suggestion though. Go to. Should I push this code? Is it even worth pushing this? No, I can't even see anything on that. I think blue actually. Blue would be a good button. Blue. Blue makes sense. Yeah. What do you guys think? Yeah, I think that works. Yeah, I think I'm good with that actually. What do you guys think though? Go to bed. Add task. Complete. Go to school. Text color white. Let's do that. Go to school. Yeah, I can do that. Text color white. Let's do that. I can just go to the CSS here and make it black. List of white, color white. No, that's the button. List. I don't care about the background color. where's the black written? Or I can just go to style here. Prashant Diani. Hey Prashant, nice to meet you. Never mind, you have to do ternary. Since when the task is, oh, that's true. I think it's good then. What is up, dude? Uju engineer says nothing much, bro. Just working on a to-do list with React right now. Also, if you guys aren't subscribed, man, please, I would appreciate a subscribe so we can get to that 1K subscriber goal we have. It would get us pretty far. Do homework. I think we can keep it at this for now. Maybe I can do the itinerary here if I wanted to. Do like H1 and then do the styling to in here style, and then I just change the color through itinerary operator. Instead of just background color, I do color of the text, and then if it's completed white, else black. So make my bed. I don't know, what do you guys think? You guys think this parking? And you are bad with capital. Yeah, bro, I don't know why. I think this is good though. It's clean. Eat food. Yeah, I think we'll call it. Hi guys, I just lost a subscriber, which is kind of sad, but I think for today, bro, we're gonna probably
until we're done, and I'll
call the stream. We're gonna work on Leet Code tomorrow, so if you guys are into that, we're gonna work on that. But sadly, I just lost a subscriber. We were at 600 now, but it's all good. It's all good. Whoever unsubscribed, it's okay. If you don't like the content, it's my job to make it better. But yeah, guys, we gained a good amount of subscribers. We gained 6 subscribers this stream, so not bad. But yeah, guys, I think I'm gonna call it a day for today. This was a fun stream, pretty long one comparatively. Hi Prashant. Prashant, if you're new, bro, smash the subscribe button for me. Maybe we can get to 609 again. But yeah, other than that, guys, thank you for everyone new here today. If you did miss out on the stream, you can go through it again and rewatch it. We just worked on some React. Paul Levental says, yo, Tal, sorry for tuning in so late. I missed yesterday's stream. I see a new project. Have you finished the stock predictor? Yeah, I'm working on that off stream now because I finished the main stuff. I didn't want to work on that too much on stream, but we just finished our to-do list on React. So that was fun. You can check the video again, or when the video gets uploaded, it should get uploaded right after this. You can check what we made. It was a to-do list app, and it looked pretty sick with React and TypeScript. What time will you be live tomorrow? Probably 5 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, so MST. But if it's earlier, I'll probably say in like the community thing here, so you guys can see. But yeah, other than that, I think I'm gonna call it a day for today, guys. Thank you, Paul, for coming in. Regardless, like, even though you're late, it's all good. Don't worry about it. As long as I talk to you in the day, all of you guys, and just like even that slight engagement is really good for me, and the channel. It helps the channel out a lot. But yeah, it's been 3.5 hours, so I think I'm a little tired now, so I'm gonna call the stream. But thank you guys all for tuning in. Everyone helping, Lidrun, Anton. Everyone else who was here today. Rosa was here. Everyone else who was here. Paul as well. And yeah, thank you guys. Prashant, who's new, I think. Thank you all for tuning in today. As you can see, I'm very tired. I'm stuttering and stuff. But yeah, good stream, bro. Appreciate it, man. Thank you for your help as well. But yeah, guys, everyone, take care, bro. I'm gonna head out. Hey, thank you for joining. Peace.